Lake Bees baseball is on the air.
Yes, this is my squad.
It's time to get you ready for another day at the ballpark with the On Deck Circle.
What do we have on deck?
Fire it up.
On 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Good evening and welcome to the On Deck Circle. As tonight, it's game one of this 6-game series between the Salt Lake Bees and Oklahoma City. Tony Parks with you here once again. Thanks so much for joining us. The countdown to the final game ever here at Smith's Ballpark is on. Tonight starts the final series ever played in this ballpark for Bees baseball. The 30-year history of Smith's Ballpark and the 97-year history of baseball being played right here at this location, coming to a close at the professional level on September the 22nd. Some amazing tributes are going to take place all week long, and we are set for some beautiful moments for the fans, so make sure to join us right here at Smith's Ballpark by getting your tickets at slbees.com. Tickets are just $5 for the game on Sunday afternoon. You don't want to miss that. The weather's going to be great. This place is going to be beautiful, and you also won't want to miss the beautiful things that are going to happen throughout the course of the afternoon, memories that will last for a lifetime. We're going to go back to the prices of 1994, and on this broadcast, we'll have some special appearances for great guests throughout the course of the week. That includes tonight, as we'll be joined by the longtime president and general manager of the Salt Lake Bees. Also, he was around Salt Lake City a lot during the Buzz and the Stingers era, as well as it'll be Mark Amicone. He's out there on the mound right now getting set to throw tonight's first pitch. As for tonight's game, the Bees come into this one with some newcomers who've joined the team. As Orlando Martinez is on the roster and in the lineup. He'll make his Bees debut. Caleb Ketchup in his second game with the Bees had a nice debut back on Sunday in El Paso. A number of guys getting a call-up recently. Gustavo Campero, who also had his first major league hit in the recent game. And then on top of that, you have Kenny Rosenberg getting another call-up back to the parent club. We'll continue to tell you more and more about the latest on the news and notes with different people getting promotions and great opportunities here in just moments. But the Bees are sending Davis Daniel to the mound this evening. He's had an interesting season of ups and downs. Quite possibly his best performance of the year was against Oklahoma City. He went 8 1/3 innings, gave up just 4 hits, didn't give up a run while getting the victory. Daniel started the season 0-3 this year before all of a sudden turning it on and going 7-1 in his next 8 decisions. He tore it up from that point on. His major league debut, 8 innings of 4 hits shutty against the Tigers, struck out 8, got the win there, really started to turn some heads. However, at the end of his second stint there with the Angels and then into his most recent stint with the Bees, he had an 0-5 stretch before nailing it down in a great performance against the River Cats, getting the win back on September 5th. He got a no decision in that outing against El Paso. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs all earned. And the Salt Lake Bees had a really rough road trip going 1-5 in western Texas. Hyun Il Choi on the mound tonight for Oklahoma City. 4-5 on the year, a 4.21 ERA. And for Hyun Il Choi, it starts the road series tonight as he ended up with 4 innings of relief back in his last outing. Gave up 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks with 3 Ks. All the runs scoring in the 5th inning did not factor into the decision. It was the first time in his last 4 outings to allow more than 2 earned runs. His last start, September 4th against Sugar Land, allowed just 1 run, 5 hits over 5 innings, took the tough luck loss in Oklahoma City's 8-3 defeat. So he's out there on the mound tonight against Davis Daniel. There's your pitching matchup. When we come back, we'll take a listen to what took place during the road trip against El Paso. That's coming up around the corner. We also have starting lineups, first pitch, all of that and more. You're listening to the On Deck Circle, and it's right here on the KSL Sports Zone.
At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That's why our team of storage experts is there for you in person, on the phone, or online to help you find the space you need. Whether you're relocating your family, reorganizing your space, or reinventing your business, we put you first. That's why when you're ready, you can complete your rental in person or from the comfort of your home and move in with ease. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Rent online and move in today.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Up-close encounters for the animal lover. Family-friendly rides for the high flyer, like the all-new Phoenix Rising, now open. And festive fun for the candy craver during the all-new Halloween harvest with trick-or-treating, a new costume parade, scavenger hunt, and more. Exotic, exhilarating, excitement for all at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Buy an annual pass and get upgraded to the next tier free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Chicken tacos should only be trusted to chicken professionals.
That's where we come in. Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One comes with pico de gallo and creamy chipotle ranch. And the other comes with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and avocado ranch. Chicken experts since 1990. Chicken taco experts since now. Order yours today in the Zax Rewards app. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
Edwards the 2-1. Wallach skies this high and deep to right center field. This ball's carrying well, and it is gone! Into the premium seating above the 384 sign. Chad Wallach with his 12th home run of the year. The Bees have struck first here in El Paso. It's 1-0. 1-2 is scorched. High and deep to center. Going back Johnson. He looks up. It's off the batter's eye. A home run. A batter's eye blast for Kyron Paris. And Salt Lake leads it 2-1. Fly ball deep to right center. Going back is Johnson. At the track, another solo homer. This time it's Shane Matheny. His first home run as a member of the Salt Lake Bees. And Salt Lake holds the lead now of 3-1 here in the 7th. 1-2. Harris off the end of the bat, a little soft liner that's going to get down and get through the right side for a hit. Rounding third and coming home is Tucker. There will be no throw. RBI single, Kyron Paris. Salt Lake leads it 5-1. Comes the 1-0. Harris lifts this out into right center field. It's going to get down for a hit. Rounding third and coming home on the play is Chad Stevens. There will be no throw. RBI single for Kyron Paris. His third hit of the night. His third hit in as many innings. Salt Lake leads it 7-1. Here's Boak. Squares to bunt. Pops it up. The catcher Humphries goes to get it. Fields it. Throws to third in time. Throw to first. A double play. Zach Humphries with another spectacular play from behind the dish. That was amazing. Runners with their lead. The 2-2. Campero lines it down the left field line, fair, and headed towards the corner. Soto comes in to score. Right behind him is Stevens. Landon Wallace puts on the brakes at third. It's a 2-run double for Gustavo Campero. The Bees are on the board. They've cut the lead to 3-2. Ducks on the pond. And a ground ball sharply hit back towards the middle. The second baseman, Hollis, has it bounce off his glove and into center field. In to score from third is going to be Wallace. Right behind him coming in is Campero. 2-run single, 1-run Bees lead. It's 4-3. Corners in, nobody out. Tucker launches out to center field and deep. Going back is Johnson. At the track, it's off the top of the wall. Rounding second and going for third is going to be Stevens. He's being waved on in. Relay, throw to the plate on 2 bounces. Head for slide, save. A Superman dive from Chad Stevens and an RBI double from Cole Tucker. Bees lead 4-1. The 1-2. Stevens, a high bouncer over the shortstop Dungan and out into left field, a base hit. Soto's going to walk home. It's an RBI single for Chad Stevens as he bounces it over the drawn-in infield for a 6-1 Salt Lake lead.
In America,
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates, like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real-person support and in-depth online resources. so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you have Medicare and Mass Health Standard, you may be able to get more help to cover your care and costs. A United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan can help you get more benefits than original Medicare. Whether you choose our online tools or over-the-phone support, United Healthcare will help you compare options so you can choose a plan with confidence. See if you qualify for a United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan. Call 866-UHC-MORE. That's 866-UHC-MORE. 866-UHC-MORE.
Geico's motorcycle expertise gives me the coverage I need, like 24/7 claims. I'm on cloud 9.
Disclaimer, clouds are wholly unable to support the weight of an adult human.
What's happening?
Furthermore, clouds are not numbered. Even if you procured a jetpack and searched, you'd find no cloud numbered 9. However, at that altitude, you'd likely befriend a flock of migrating snow geese.
Geese?
Who'd encourage you to leave your 24/7 Geico motorcycle claims insurance behind, as they would take you in and even share their dinner of crickets and clovers with you.
Ew.
Geico assumes no liability for any indigestion that may occur from a clover cricket dinner. Geico, expertise for your motorcycle.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Zions Bank. For banking that covers all the bases, Zions Bank is for you. For the Oklahoma City Baseball Club, they come into tonight 35-34 in the second half, 75-69 overall on the season. Their elimination number is 2 with 6 games to go. Drew Avens is going to lead it off and play in right field. Andre Lipsius is the first baseman. He's batting second. Dalton Brushing is batting third in the catcher spot. The cleanup hitter is the third baseman, Cody Hosey. James Outman, the center fielder, is batting fifth. The number 6 hitter, Ryan Ward, is the DH. Second baseman, Alan Trejo, is batting seventh. The number 8 hitter, Alex Freeland, at short. Left fielder, Austin Gauthier, is going to be batting ninth. And on the mound tonight for Oklahoma City is Hyun-Il Choi. 4-5 on the year with an ERA of 4.21. For the Salt Lake Bees, managed by Keith Johnson, the Salt Lake Bees 33-36 in the second half, 65-78 overall during this season. Caleb Ketchup, the center fielder, is going to be leading it off, and it'll be the number 2 hitter and the shortstop, Kyron Paris. Willie Calhoun, the DH, is batting third. Chad Wallach, the cleanup hitter, in the catcher spot. First baseman Tucker Flint bats fifth. Chad Stevens, the number 6 hitter, at third. Second baseman Shane Matheny is batting seventh. Landon Wallace in right batting eighth. And hitting ninth, the left fielder Orlando Martinez. On the mound for the Bees, Davis Daniel, 8-7 with an ERA of 5.63. We have first pitch for Game 1 coming up next. It's the Bees and Oklahoma City right here on the KSL Sports Zone.
This has been another edition of the On Deck Circle. Get ready. First pitch is just moments away on 97.5 1280 The Zone and the Zone Sports Network.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates, like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
ADT knows a lot can happen in a second. 1 second, you're happily single. And the next second, you catch a glimpse of someone and you don't want to be. Maybe 1 second, you have a business idea that seems like a pipe dream. And the next, you have an LLC and a dream come true. And when it comes to your home, 1 second you feel safe, and the next, something goes wrong. But with ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring, you still feel safe. Because when every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com today.
The lineups are set, and we're ready for another edition of Bees Baseball. The first pitch is just moments away. This is Salt Lake Bees Baseball on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Salt Lake Bees Baseball is on the air from historic Smith's Ballpark. It's game one between Oklahoma City and the Salt Lake Bees. Tony Parks with you here at the ballpark. Alex Napolis back in the studio. We're ready to go here tonight. A cooler evening at the ballpark as you get that true feel of fall for the first time of the year. And while summer has started to wind down, so is our time at this Diamond and Jewel. We hope you join us one last time this week as we transition to our next ballpark next year in Daybreak. The Bees in their home whites with the white pants and black hats. Oklahoma City with their blue jerseys, road gray pants, and the blue hats. The number 405 going through their logo that forms the Sooner State. Davis Daniel is out there on the mound today. 8-7 on the year, an ERA of 5.63 after dropping 5 straight decisions that happened in 5 straight appearances, going to the tail end of his stint there with the Angels and then returning back to the Bees. Got a victory against Sacramento and then a no decision against the El Paso Chihuahuas. Bees Baseball is brought to you by America First Credit Union that can help you get your money working harder. If you're a fan of better service, lower fees, and doing more with every dollar you earn, save, or spend, head to AmericaFirst.com and join the home team today. Leadoff hitter Drew Avens makes his way into the left-hand batter's box. He manicures the dirt in there. Davis Daniel takes a moment for himself on the back slope of the mound. It's the Bees. It's Oklahoma City. It's a Tuesday night. We're at the ballpark, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday evening from Smith's Ballpark. First pitch popped up behind home plate and foul. 6:36 is our time here tonight. 61 degrees here at the ballpark. Time and temperature is brought to you by Interform. Here's the 0-1 to Drew Avens. And Avens lines it, a hot shot off the edge of the glove of the shortstop Paris and out into left field, a base hit. Drew Avens is aboard with a leadoff single. It brings up Andre Lipsius. Paris lunged out for that ball at short. Might have just barely grazed it by a thread, but it was just barely out of his reach. Interform, by the way, a one-source solution for all your company's branding needs, including printing, signage, apparel, and promotional items. Andre Lipsius, .277 hitter on the year, 26 doubles, 2 triples, 25 home runs, and 86 runs batted in. From the stretch, Davis Daniel. Avens is at first. Throw over there, gets away a bit. Avens takes a couple steps forward. The ball rolls up the right field line ever so slightly, but Flint is there to track it down. And so Avens going nowhere. Great hustle there by Flint as that ball got away ever so slightly. Avens 34 for 39, stealing bases on the season. And on Sunday, Lipsius 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Daniel from the stretch fires and misses outside for ball 1. Tonight's defensive alignment, we'll give it to you here in just a second. Lipsius with that back foot on that back chalk line. Davis Daniel, the 1-0. And that it's in there for a called strike. Somewhat of a delayed call there from home plate umpire Edwin Jimenez, who's behind the plate. Dexter Kelly is at first. Ty Krause is at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Avens sidesteps to his lead over there at first base. Hands on his knees, and the 1-1 is popped up foul and behind home plate. Martinez is in left field tonight. Ketchup in center. Wallace in right. Stevens in the hot corner with Paris at short. Matheny, the second baseman. Flint is at first. Chad Wallach behind the dish. It is Davis Daniel on the mound. Here's the 1-2. Lipsius takes high. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lipsius 8 for 21. In that recent series there against Tacoma, had a double, had a home run, and struck out 5 times. Here comes the 2-2. Hot shot grounder right to the second baseman Matheny on to Paris for 1. Paris to first, a double play. 4-6-3, they turn 2. Bases clear. And a great way to respond after the leadoff single there from Drew Avens. That brings up Dalton Rushing. Dalton Rushing was 0 for 4 in the game on Sunday with his strikeout. And 6 for 24 overall in that series. He had a couple of home runs, a double, drove in 5. Left-hand batter takes high, and it's 1-0. Davis Daniel has had some electric performances this year. And I don't think any performance he had this season at the AAA level was better than his game against Oklahoma City. Inside corner, called strike challenge here by the batter Dalton Rushing. Edwin Jimenez with the announcement. His pitch appeared to miss his spot, but it might have hit the zone. No, it was low. And so the change to the count now being made. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. That performance at Oklahoma City was much needed for the Bees, who were struggling at the time. 8 1/3 innings. 4 hits. He struck out 6. He was just mowing them down. 2-0 is lined out to right. On a rope, Wallace is there, slides down, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Davis Daniel faces the minimum 3. Great defense with the double play, and then Landon Wallace tracking the ball down in right field with a sliding grab. Nothing for Oklahoma City. The Bees coming to bat as we head to the bottom of the first on the KSL Sports Zone.
Every day, thousands of Comcast engineers and technologists like Kunle put people at the heart of everything they create.
The way that I approach work post-fatherhood has really been trying to understand the generation that we're building devices for. Here at the Comcast family, we're building an integrated in-home Wi-Fi solution for millions of families like my own.
Now millions of families can work, learn, and play together under one roof. Visit ComcastCorporation.com to learn more.
At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That's why our team of storage experts is there for you in person, on the phone, or online to help you find the space you need. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Rent online and move in today.
At Sprouts Farmers Market, you'll always find fresh at the center of the store. Come in to discover a huge selection of the season's best produce, bursting with flavor in every bite. Explore thousands of better-for-you products for every dietary lifestyle, from plant-based and organic to gluten-free and keto-friendly. Scoop up your favorite bulk nuts, fruits, sweets, and more, perfect for baking or snacking. Visit your neighborhood Sprouts today to explore healthy products down every aisle.
You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah.
Bottom of the first inning, no score. The Bees and Oklahoma City here tonight in game number 1 of the series. We remind you there's no better place and no better way to listen to America's pastime than with an ice cold Bud, because those who share the same spirit share the same beer. Budweiser, this Bud's for you, the official beer partner of Bees baseball. Caleb Ketchup to lead things off here in this bottom of the first inning. The Bees had a very interesting offensive series with what happened back in El Paso. Caleb Ketchup, who had his debut with the Bees on Sunday, takes inside for ball 1. He was 2 for 4, had a triple, and some nice electrifying plays out there in the outfield. Tracked the ball down in the alley at the wall. Had a nice debut. 1-0. And it's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Hyun Il Choi getting the start today, 4-5, with an ERA of 4.21. Stands to the side, holds, kicks, deals. And the 2-0 is at the top of the zone, a called strike, 2-1. And for the Bees, offensively, they hit just 3 home runs in that entire series against El Paso. All 3 of those homers were hit in the first game. They won the first game. 2-1 is bounced foul off the third base dugout of Oklahoma City. It's 2-2. So after winning the first game, they were up 4-1 in game 2. Had a 3-0 lead earlier in that frame. And eventually went on to lose by the final of 8-4. 2-2 pitch is lined out towards left center field. It's going to get down for a hit. Nicely done, Caleb Ketchup. His first AB as a member of the Bees in this ballpark. And it's a base knock. And after the Bees had dropped game number 2, it was a tough one because they had a tough time for the rest of the series. But a number of guys getting calls up to the major league level, and also now guys getting their chance to play at the AAA level. Everybody wanting to take advantage of their opportunity at the end of the year because they know the last impression is a lasting impression. Runners at the corners. And Caleb Ketchup is a dynamic base stealer. Fouled at home plate there by Kyron Paris. 0 for 4 with a walk and a stolen base in the game on Sunday. 214 hitter. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, and 19 runs batted in. Caleb Ketchup, the runner at first, stole 62 bases in 120 games for High A Tri-City this year. He's dancing off the bag at first, and the pitch is going to be fouled over the right side, up to the sweets, off the window, and it plinkos its way down into the upper deck. But for Caleb Ketchup, those stolen bases, that's the 4th most ever by an Angels farmhand at the High A level. Mild lead over there at first base by Ketchup. Now a bigger lead at the moment. And the pitch is going to be laced down the left field line. It's hooking foul off the high part of the net above the bullpen of Oklahoma City. Ketchup also played 1 season at the University of Georgia. He comes from Lipscomb University. Drafted by the Angels in the 15th round of the 2023 Major League Baseball draft. He starts with a mild lead at first, and then as the pitcher comes set, he'll just kind of jitterbug out to a bigger lead. And before the 0-2, the throw over to first, and Caleb Ketchup is back. And so you better believe with Hyun-Hil Choi pitching today, he's very well aware of how dynamic a base stealer Ketchup can be. Kyron Paris has electric speed. He's in the batter's box. And the 0-2. And it's bounced softly foul over to the third base coach and the manager, Keith Johnson. Slight bobble, but he fielded it well. Tosses it over to the ball boy by the third base on deck circle. They went with the bare hand, trying to pick it there on the short hop. He knocked it down. Still made the play. Ketchup the lead at first. No score. Bottom of the first inning. The pitch. Paris fouls it off the edge of the glove and off of rushing to the backstop. We'll do it again at no balls and 2 strikes. Well, these September evenings are absolutely beautiful. The weather's going to be great all week long. It's cooler tonight for sure, but by no means is it cold. Wear a long sleeve and bring a jacket. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Kyron Paris swings and misses an off-speed pitch, strike 3. 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, we remind you when the Bees end up with a double, they're bringing you the tastiest season ever. Because all year, the Bees get a double, you win a free double cheeseburger with any purchase whenever the Bees hit a double. Download the McDonald's app and check daily for irresistibly delicious offers. It's valid 1 time following the Bees double at participating McDonald's. Here's Willie Calhoun. And he pitches at the top of the zone, that being Hyun-Hil Choi, for a called strike. Reminder, you must opt into rewards that excludes tax and excludes delivery. Calhoun has 10 doubles on the year with the Bees. There goes Ketchup. The pitch, low. The throw to second. Head first slide. Sliding over the bag, then getting back, but he's called out. And Ketchup is gunned out. He slid so quickly and with so much force, he went screaming through and past the bag at second base. Strong throw, but Ketchup beats this. It was a great throw, by the way. And on the tag back, Ketchup may indeed have been able to get his hand back. That's a tough call for the umpire on this play because now he's looking at the back of the play. Calhoun now with a 1-1 count, 2 down. And he pops it up foul left side. It's going to go out of play. But you could see the blazing speed of Ketchup. And you could definitely sense that. As Freeland went to make the tag, that throw from rushing was perfect. It was in that low skip where the tag and the catch could be made at the same time. 1-2, foul to the screen. But the initial tag is not what got him. Ketchup went right through the base. And then when he was diving back with the oven mitt, it was ruled that he was not able to get back in time. The pitch, and it's low. Tonight for Oklahoma City, as they have Gauthier in left, Outman is in center, Avens in right, Hosey at third, Freeland at short, Trejo at second, Lipsius is at first. Rushing behind the dish, Il Choi on the mound. It's popped up behind home plate. And it will go over the backstop. Count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. No score here in this bottom of the first inning. These two teams had their series back in Oklahoma City. That was way back in May. How different things have been for both these teams since. 2-2, fanned and a miss. Strike 3, elevated fastball. There from Choi, the inning is done. And so it was Ketchup flying down to second, oversliding the bag, and ruled not to be back in on time. He's trying to sneak his hand back in there. Might have got there. Still called out by Ty Krause. We go to the second. No score. Bees and OKC on the KSL Sports Zone.
Toad & Co. clothes are designed to make you feel good, inside and out. They only use certified low-impact fabrics and are committed to making the outdoors more accessible for everyone. Shop their newest line at TOADANDCO.com.
Pharmacists change lives. They work in a wide variety of settings and play a meaningful role in helping people get the best results from their medication. At East Tennessee State University, Bill Gatton College of Pharmacy, you can experience over 30 career options that range from traditional community pharmacy settings to hospital, nuclear, pediatrics, and much more. Our faculty and staff care deeply about your success. The world needs you now more than ever. Are you ready to make an impact?
Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One with pico and creamy chipotle ranch, and the other with bacon and avocado ranch. Chicken experts since 1990. Taco experts since now. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates, like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
Bees in Oklahoma City, top of the second inning, no score. Middle of the order, Cody Hosey, James Outman, Ryan Ward. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Oklahoma City. Here's Hosey. The first pitch from Davis Daniels fouled off behind home plate. What a close play we had at second base earlier tonight. We're taking a look at it again on MILB. What a throw by Rushing with the catch and tag happening at the same time. And then as Ketchup is trying to get his way back, this was so close. It looks like he might have his hand in there, but then again, the tag is pinched right there. Line drive down the right field side. It's by the bullpen of the Bees. That's a really tough call for Ty Krause because he's in great position for the initial play in which Ketchup was there. It's a very tough call because he's looking at the back of the bag and trying to see through all of that. The 0-2 down and away. I don't envy him to have to make a call on that play. And so 1-2 the count here to Cody Hosey. 2 for 3 with a walk on Sunday. 7 for 21 in that series, 5 runs batted in, with 2 walks overall in that series against Tacoma. 4 for 20 with a home run against Salt Lake back in May. 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davis Daniel, who had that performance we talked about against Oklahoma City on May the 3rd, 2-2, swing and a miss, and it goes to the backstop. Chad Wallach hustles down, bare hands from the warning track, throws to first low. Nice pick at first base by Flint. Just in time to get Hosey. A K, 2-3 the put out, 1 out, nobody on. James Outman to the plate with no score. Well, Wallach does a great job hustling to this ball, but also understanding he has time. And then while the throw is low, Flint with a great stretch and pick at first base as that ball skipped through the runner's lane. Left-hand batter, James Outman, against Davis Daniel. And a tie, 1-0. For Davis Daniel, it wasn't his major league debut back on June 27th, but it was his debut as a starter at the major league level. In a game against the Detroit Tigers, 1-0. Top of the zone, a called strike, 1-1. And that outing was a promotion that was well-deserved. He started the year 0-3, then just caught fire as he was 5-1 with a ton of good performances and no decisions. Swing and a miss, 1-2. That pitcher's in the dirt. So he faces the Detroit Tigers on June 27th. 8 innings of work, 4 hits, struck out 8, got the win. Such a well-deserved promotion. But it was tougher for him after that at the major league level. Took the loss in the next 2 starts. Came back to Salt Lake, just picked up right where he left off with a couple of wins. The 1-2 is away. And that included a 7-inning performance against Las Vegas on the road, where he gave up 4 hits, 1 run, and struck out 9. 2-2. Line drive out to right. It's going to get down for a hit. Wallace is going to try to cut it off, and well, turning at first is Outman. He'll put on the brakes. It's a 1-out single for James Outman. And he's aboard here in the top of the 2nd inning. James Outman, who is coming off of a remarkable series where he homered 3 times, and on top of that, homered twice on Sunday with 3 hits and 5 runs batted in. Now it's Ryan Ward. Ward, who had some big swings of the bat against the Bees earlier this year, takes inside for ball 1. Ryan Ward was 4 for 16 against Salt Lake in that series. He doubled. He had 2 home runs. He had some timely swings. As Oklahoma City's offense had some really big moments. 1-0. And it's up. 2 balls and no strikes. Outman over there at first base. 10 for 11 stealing bases so far this year. Decent lead with his arms dangling down. Forward lean, the 2-0. No, the throw to first base, and he's back in with a head-first line. Brian Ward was 5 for 19 on the road this past week. Or at home, I should say, with a home run, 4 runs batted in. Swings and fouls this one off, and the count is at 2 balls and a strike. We remind you, Sunday's game is the final game for the Bees in this ballpark. $5 tickets. You have to take advantage of that opportunity. Go to slbees.com. It's going to be a gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Runner goes, and I mean early. Throw to first, bobbled by Flint. Sliding into second safely is going to be Outman. The throw was a bit down. Flint picked it, and then in the transfer was not able to get it cleanly to make a throw to second base. That's a tough break for Davis Daniel, because on the play, Outman took off early. And Daniel was able to throw over there. If they're able to execute it cleanly, they're going to get James Outman. Runner at second now, 1 down. No score, top 2. Fouls it off behind home plate, and the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. With runners in scoring position this year, Ryan Ward batting .260. Left-hand batter taps the plate, reaches the bat back. He's ready. Davis Daniel quickly back to work. Comes set from the stretch. Holds, exhales, checks the rearview mirror, deals inside. 3-2. And Davis Daniel, who had those 5 straight losses at the end of his time with the Angels, that recent stint, lost against the Yankees, lost against the Blue Jays. 3-2. Caught on and missed. Strike 3. Second punch out of this inning and for this game for Davis Daniel. 2 out, runner at second base. But those 5 straight losses were very tough for Davis Daniel. You take a look at what happened throughout that. His ERA was at .943. Opponents were hitting .376 against him. His last 2 starts, though, a very different deal. He's looked much more like the better Davis Daniel we've seen. Here's Trejo, takes on the outside corner for a strike. Colin Trejo 0 for 4 with a strikeout in the game on Sunday. Trejo hitting .208 this year with runners in scoring position and 2 down. The 0-1. Fouled high off the screen to the right of home plate, and it's 0-2. The last 2 performances, he hasn't been shut down city for Davis Daniel, but just much better. Opponents hitting .264 against him. He got the win against Sacramento, going 7 complete innings. He had 6 innings of work there at El Paso. Got a no decision. Here comes the 0-2 to Trejo. Swing and a miss, strike three. A trio of punch-outs here for Davis Daniel in the second inning. After the single from James Outman with one out, back-to-back punch-outs for Davis Daniel to close out the top of the second. No score. Bees in Oklahoma City on KSL Sports Zone.
At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That's why our team of storage experts is there for you in person, on the phone, or online to help you find the space you need. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Rent online and move in today.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states or from all agents.
If you have Medicare and Mass Health Standard, you may be able to get more help to cover your care and costs. A United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan can help you get more benefits than original Medicare. Whether you choose our online tools or over-the-phone support, United Healthcare will help you compare options so you can choose a plan with confidence. See if you qualify for a United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan. Call 866-UHC-MORE. That's 866-UHC-MORE. 866-UHC-MORE.
KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Bottom of the second inning, no score. The Bees and Oklahoma City here tonight. Chad Wallach, Tucker Flint, Chad Stevens. 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Bees. Wallach, right-hand batter ready. Second inning of work for Hyun-Il Choi. And the first pitch started after it. It was in the zone anyway. 0-1, a called strike. Wallach 0 for 4 with a walk on Sunday. He had a great start to that series against El Paso. To crack the scoreboard first with a home run as the 0-1 is caught on and missed on a pitch down and in. It's 0-2. Wallach uses his timeout, steps well out of the box, and will now walk his way back in. He was 3 for 14 overall in that series with a double, a homer, and 4 walks. He had a good series at Oklahoma City. Here's the 0-2. Cut on and missed. On a fastball a little high. A third strikeout here for Hyun-Il Choi. 1 out to start off this bottom of the second. Tucker Flint 1 for 3 with 2 walks on Sunday. Tucker Flint, the newcomer for this team, had an amazing debut with the Salt Lake Bees. 2 for 4 with a double and a home run on a Sunday afternoon here at Smith's Ballpark. Choi from the stretch. And it's inside, ball 1. He has a very slow delivery. He kind of comes set and then holds for a long time. Slowly lifts his left leg. He kind of rocks steady, holds from the chest, and deals outside. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Tucker Flint, left-hand batter, takes inside. It did not get him. He was just barely able to scoot out of the way. Tucker Flint 3 for 22 in that series at El Paso. 3-0. Taking outside, ball 4. There was a bit of a hold there by both the batter and the catcher. So Flint holding up, Rushing holding up due to Edwin Jimenez, the home plate umpire, with a slightly delayed strike call that he usually goes with. Not critical of it. He's consistent with his timing and his pacing. They're just holding on to be sure. As we take a look at the mountains out there tonight beyond center field in the batter's eye. Chad Stevens, right-hand batter, stepping close to the inside part of the box. Takes on the outside corner for a called strike. Stevens 0 for 3 Sunday. Have a woman out there in the stands with a handmade bees quilt. Baseball's on the design. A big smile and a wave towards the camera as well. Tell you what, the fans here are tremendous. They have been for so many years. The 0-1 cut on and missed as he slowly swings through it. And it's 0-2. Having the chance to be the MC at this ballpark for so many years. I had the beautiful opportunity to meet so many of you and really get to know your stories, get to know your names, connect with your favorite things, and the conversations, I'll remember them forever. The 0-2 bounced foul as it slowly rolls its way over by the bullpen of Oklahoma City. Those conversations are memorable because we got to know your favorite foods out there, your go-tos when you first arrived. Got to know what teams your kids played for, when their tournaments would be, maybe your favorite concert you were looking forward to. Here comes the 0-2. High, 1-2. I definitely will always remember and enjoy the handful of fans every game that would be out there with their scorebook or their score sheet. And it was their way to kind of follow the game along as they enjoyed a beautiful evening or an afternoon here at this ballpark. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stevens takes inside. It's 2-2. Flint is at first base, reached with a 1-out base on balls. Stevens at the plate here with 1 out. Flint has not attempted a stolen base in his time with the Bees yet. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Throw over to first, and back in standing up is Tucker Flint. But more than anything, love to get to know your favorite baseball memories of when your parents brought you to the game, and then many of you enjoyed bringing your kids to the game after that. And many of your kids I got to meet when they were newborns. Pop fly right side, right along the first base line as Lipsy is the first baseman between the bag and the first base coach's box. Makes the catch on the dirt for out number 2. Now that'll bring up Shane Matheny. 2-out runner at first. But those conversations you remember forever, because not only was I having the chance to meet contestants and get to know them a bit before we played on one of the promotions, I love nothing more than the moments that we were done with any of our in-stadium presentation. The pitch is high, ball 1 to start this plate appearance for Shane Matheny. 1 for 4 on Sunday. He homered in that series against El Paso, 5 for 24 overall. But sitting down after the 7th inning and having a couple of innings to converse with so many of you, I will never forget it. 1-0. A little bit below the knees, long hold before the throwback by Rushing. Count is 2-0. Sidestep into the lead at first base, Tucker Flint. Holding is Yun Il Choi. The 2-0 pitch. Up and away. 3 balls and no strikes. The engagements that took place here were always fun. Getting to see 2 people celebrate one of the most memorable moments of their life, where one of them had no idea it was coming, and the other one so incredibly nervous. 3-0. And taking all the way, it's in there for a strike, 3-1. Watching it all come together, watching one contestant look at me with white in their eyes, wondering if I'm ready and if I'm aware of what's going on, while I casually try to act like I have no clue what's happening and it's just another promotion. 3-1. Fly ball right field, carrying well, going back. Avens at the track, looks up, it's off the wall. Rounding second, going for third is Flint. He's now rounding third, coming for home. Relay, throw to the plate on a bounce, catch, slide, tag, save! Ball popped out on the tag from Rushing. It's an RBI double from Shane Matheny. Bees lead 1-0. Matheny with his third 2-bagger in the time he's had with the Bees. Scorched that ball off the wall. Avens went to play it off the bounce. It just barely bounced off of his glove so he didn't get it as cleanly. Strong throw coming in there, rushing, blocking the plate, but on the tag, the ball popped out anyway. If they had ruled him out, I could definitely see Keith Johnson asking about whether or not that would have been obstruction. Under this new era of rules, there's no doubt it could have been ruled that way. Bees take the lead by the score of 1-0 in this bottom of the second. But special birthday parties were always fun as Landon Wallace, right-hand batter, stepping in. 1-0 Bees, 2 out, bottom 2. Wallace taking low for ball 1. Wallace was 1 for 4 with a double and drove in a run back on Sunday. 4 for 15 in that series against El Paso. Right-hand batter ready. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Boy, he took a vicious cut after that one. Wallace had a stint with the Bees back in the spring. He's a combined 5 for 26 with his work back then, and now his work here at the AAA level. He was excited to work his way back here. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. But those birthday moments, anniversaries, also having the chance to celebrate a guy in Louis Wimpy was his name, a World War II veteran, and be a part of his last game here at the ballpark. His family brought about 300, 400 people. They all had these little American flags that they would wave around. It was a night to remember forever. 1-2, foul high over the screen and out of play. Runner at second, 2 down for the Bees here as they lead 1-0. Landon Wallace 1 for 8 in his time with the Bees while having runners in scoring position. Right-hand batter ready. Hyun Il Choi comes set. The 1-2. Lined out to left field. It's down for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Matheny. Gauthier up with it, throws into second. RBI single, Landon Wallace. Salt Lake leads 2-0. Nice piece of hitting there by Landon Wallace. Down in the count. Took a couple heavy cuts, came up empty on them. Connected on this one and just dropped it out there in the left field. The Bees making something happen with 2 outs here. A pair of 2-out knocks to bring in a run with each of them. They've jumped on Oklahoma City 2-0 here in this bottom of the second. Number 9 hitter, Orlando Martinez. And he takes inside for ball 1 as the ball pops out of the glove of the catcher rushing. 1-0, Orlando Martinez, 263 hitter, 15 doubles, a triple, 5 runs batted in, or 5 homers, and 36 runs batted in with Rocket City. 77 games with the Trash Pandas. Lead at first, Landon Wallace. Does not have a stolen base attempt, but a pretty fast runner. This is fouled over the screen and out of play. It's 1-1. Well, those runs that have been scored, those are safe at home moments. Brought to you by LVT. Help keep your customers and employees safe with LVT. Love newcomers stepping in to play with this Bees team. There's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement as they get ready for this. Martinez, who was with the Bees last season and also back in 2022. Pitch is popped up, foul ground, left side, and it will get out of play. And so for Martinez, batted .250 with the Bees in 67 games back in 22. Last year with the Bees, .245 hitter in 42 games. Here he is in Salt Lake in 2024. Pitch is outside. Count is even at 2 apiece. It was a good secondary lead over there at first base by Landon Wallace. As Hyun Il Choi faced the minimum 3 in the first inning. Struck out Chad Wallach to lead off this second inning. And the Bees have played at 2 runs with 2 outs. 2-2 down the line and left. It is going to be slicing, foul, and out of play. Back in 22. He had 12 doubles, 4 triples, 5 homers, and 34 runs batted in those 67 contests. And then last year, 10 doubles, 3 homers, 15 runs batted in over those 42 games. Here comes the 2-2 to Orlando Martinez. Cut on and miss, strike three. The inning comes to a close, but the Bees do some damage. A little two-out nightmare. Shane Matheny with a wall banger out to right field. It would plate the first run of the game as Tucker Flint comes in to score with the play at the plate. Bees lead 2-0 right here on the KSL Sports Zone.
At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That's why our team of storage experts is there for you in person, on the phone, or online to help you find the space you need, whether you're relocating your family, reorganizing your space, or reinventing your business. We put you first. That's why when you're ready, you can complete your rental in person or from the comfort of your home and move in with ease. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Rent online and move in today.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Well, the Salt Lake Bees hit a double there during the bottom of the second. You get to double the fun with your free double cheeseburger with any purchase only in the McDonald's app. Valid one time today following a Bees double through September 30th. At participating McDonald's, must opt into rewards. It excludes tax and excludes delivery. It was Matheny with that two-bagger, and he's playing second base tonight. Bees up 2-0. Top of the third, Alex Freeland. To lead things off, first pitch swinging, lifts it out to left. Sidestepping to his right is Martinez, not far to go. He'll make the grab for out number one. Well, don't forget, the Kids Run takes place on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during this week. So come run the bases after every single one of those games. Postgame Kids Run is brought to you by Shields. They're also a big sponsor of our Bark in the Park, which is on Sunday afternoon. Austin Gauthier to the plate. And Gauthier, first pitch swinging. Dribbles it foul left side. Over the Steve Klauke emblem down the third base line, and that's where it stops. Wonderful tributes towards Steve coming up throughout this week as well. 1 for 4 with a double, and a run batted in on Sunday for Gauthier as he takes on the outside part of the plate for a strike. And it's 0-2. No, this weekend is going to be truly memorable. The entire week will definitely be that way. 0-2 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove. Strike three. Another strikeout here for Davis Daniel, as he's now retired 4 in a row, but 3 of them with a strikeout. 2 up, 2 down quickly. In this top of the third inning, here's Drew Avens. He led off the ball game with a single, and then was a part of the double play hit into by Lipsius. Avens had 3 doubles in that series last week, scored 6 times. And the first pitch to Avens in there for a strike, 0-1. Davis Daniel working with some great rhythm here so far in this ball game. He's given up a hit in each the first and second inning. Retired the first 2 that he's faced here in the third. Pitch low in the dirt, picked by the catcher Wallach. And it's a ball and a strike. We'll get to our first look at the out-of-town scoreboard coming up here shortly. Big night in the Bigs and also in the Pacific Coast League. 1-1. Line drive out to center field. A base hit. Second knock of the night here for Drew Avens. And the leadoff hitter in the order is aboard with 2 outs. In the top of the third, Andre Lipsius, who grounded into a double play back in the first inning. Stepping to the dish now. Lipsius, in that series against Salt Lake back in May, was 7 for 21. He has 25 home runs on the season. First pitch to him is going to be low, 1-0. Avens at first base. Did not take off last time that he reached, but is 34 for 39 overall on the year. Davis Daniel set from the stretch, deals. Caught on a miss, 1-1. Davis Daniel has a great poise about him. You can always see him. He doesn't get too frustrated all that often. Just kind of has that same look about him all the time. And he goes about his business the same way off the field. Just very calm. Great guy to be around. And has a great presence about him. Long hold, the 1-1. Sky high. Right field, not deep. Ranging to his right a bit is Wallace. And he'll put that in his back pocket to end the inning. Another hit for Oklahoma City, but another scoreless frame. We go to the bottom of the third. Bees lead 2-0 on the KSL Sports Zone.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the things that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy the rinse straight.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Firehouse Subs, Hook and Ladder jingle, take one.
Hook and ladder, when it's hot it just tastes better. Warm that smoky turkey, that thin slice honey.
Guys, this is a 30-second ad. You gotta sing faster.
Hook and ladder, when it's hot it just tastes better. Melty cheese and toast spread, mustard, mayo, pepper spread, lettuce, green, and onion. The sandwich is too big for the song. It's too big.
The Hook and Ladder, available only at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants.
Welcome you back to Smith's Ballpark here tonight. So many wonderful things to remember about this place, including great fans like Brett, who sits up there by the ADA section down the right field line. He is a wonderful man, a fabulous father, and a terrific grandfather. He comes to just about every single game, and while he is here, he's constantly finding a way to get foul balls, and he gets a lot of batting practice balls, and he makes sure to give them to all the kids that are out there. Now, he works in great partnership with Bumble as well, so he'll be able to flag him down and find a kid who is in need of a ball, and he cares so much about the experience for all the children that are at Smith's Ballpark. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Bees. Caleb Ketchup, top of the order, and takes a pitch high for ball one. Ketchup singled and was caught stealing in the first inning. Third baseman Hosey was playing in at the grass. Now he's just back behind the bag. 1-0 inside. 2 balls and no strikes. But Brett is a wonderful guy. His young daughter, who, well, I say young, she was 7 or 8 years old, my first year being the MC. And she had a T-shirt from being the guest announcer, which we used to do every night. 2-0. And it's high, 3-0, but she was nearly in tears. She wanted an autograph from Sean Figgins, who I will never forget, was so incredibly kind. He stayed well after the game, even walked his way back from the players' lot. 3-0. And it's in there for a strike, 3-1, and made sure to sign it for her. He definitely never forgot it. Neither did his wonderful daughter, and that young lady is now a wonderful mom. 3-1. Pop fly behind home plate and out of play. The worst is when they'll show pictures of me back then, back when I looked much younger, back when I wore a medium the first time, in some of those great photos and some of those beautiful memories. So being a part of the childhood memories for any different family, a great part of that. But Brett has been a part of many great childhood memories for many great fans here. 3-2. And it misses upstairs. Ball 4. This is challenged. Hang on. I believe this was challenged. No, it was not. I thought I saw Rushing tap his helmet, and Edwin Jimenez appeared that he thought it was challenged as well, but Caleb Ketchup is aboard with a leadoff walk. He's reached base twice today. He was on the move last time. Don't be surprised to see him on the move this time, as he slid through the bag there at second base. Kyron Paris struck out in the first inning. Pitch, squares to bunt, puts it up the third base line beautifully. Right by the chalk. Third baseman Hosey has it. Sidearm throw to first. Beautiful play. Cody Hosey had to be near perfect on that play, as Kyron Paris hit this slow rolling bunt up the third base line. It was just inside of the chalk line the entire way. Took a great angle, gloved it, got it to the hand quickly, got it out of his hand quickly. That was beautifully done. On the plate, Caleb Ketchup moves up to second base. 5-3 the putout. Pitch misses outside to Willie Calhoun. He struck out in the first inning. Hyunil Choi faced the minimum 3 in the first. The Bees plated 2 runs in the second. It's a 2-0 Bees lead. Bottom of the third. Shading the bag at second is Freeland, the shortstop. The pitch is inside, and it's 2-0. Well, the bigs tonight, the San Francisco Giants all over the Baltimore Orioles. They lead 10-0 in the bottom of the ninth. Pitch to Calhoun, fouled over the left side and out of play. Somebody made a fine catch out there. And you can hear the crowd with their celebration of that. By the way, the fans have really brought their Gold Glove performances throughout the entire year. It's been a joy to watch. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch to Calhoun, a soft bouncer, back up towards the middle. Shortstop Freeland from behind the bag throws to first. In time, Caleb Ketchup moves up to third. So 2 out, runner at third. Here's Chad Wallach. Reds holding to a 6-5 lead over the Braves. That game is in the top of the 8th in Cincinnati. High-scoring affair today in South Beach. The Marlins on top of the Dodgers 11-7. That game in the bottom of the 8th. Wallach, first pitch, check swing low. Did he go? No. First base umpire Dexter Kelly with the safe sign. Bottom of the 7th, Flushing Meadows, where the Mets lead over the Nationals 9-1. So the next pitch is a crack bat liner off of Hyunil Choi over to the shortstop Freeland. Got it, throws to first in time, and the inning is done. What a play defensively on multiple occasions for Oklahoma City. Heads up play Freeland. It was your routine 1-6-3. Oklahoma City out of the inning. Bees still lead 2-0 as we go to the 4th on the KSL Sports Zone.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates, like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
If you have Medicare and Mass Health Standard, you may be able to get more help to cover your care and costs. A United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan can help you get more benefits than original Medicare. Whether you choose our online tools or over-the-phone support, United Healthcare will help you compare options so you can choose a plan with confidence. See if you qualify for a United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan. Call 866-UHC-MORE. That's 866-UHC-MORE. 866-UHC-MORE.
Here we go, Popeyes, here we go. What do we want?
Popeyes chicken wings.
Why do we want them?
They're the official wing of watching football.
At $5.99 for a 6-piece, what flavors are we gonna get?
All of them.
Be more specific.
Sweet and spicy, signature hot, roasted garlic parmesan, honey barbecue, sweet and smoky chipotle, and honey lemon pepper.
When do we want them?
When we're watching the game.
That's right. Game time is wing time.
Have that chicken from Popeyes.
At participating U.S. restaurants, prices may vary.
is up 2-0. It'll be Dalton Rushing, Cody Hosey, and James Outman. 3, 4, and 5 hitters here due up for Oklahoma City. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for OKC. For the Bees, 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Davis Daniel in his 4th inning of work. First pitch low to Rushing. He flied out to left field back in the 1st inning. That closed things out as Davis Daniel has given up a hit in each inning so far, but still not given up a run. Next pitch is fouled behind home plate. And it's 1-1. Continuing our out-of-town scoreboard here in this top of the 4th. Tigers and Royals tied at 1, top of the 7th. Oakland is at Wrigley Field tonight. Next pitch. Outside corner called strike 2. As Oakland holds to a 4-2 lead in Chicago. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies at Milwaukee. Philadelphia. 3-1 lead over Milwaukee, bottom of the 6th. Which pitches up a little bit in, 2-2. They're stretching in St. Louis. Cardinals clinging to a 2-1 lead over Pittsburgh. Pitch to Rushing. Cut on a miss, strike 3. Davis Daniel has just been so focused and poised, smoothly making his way through this game. That is his 5th strikeout of the night. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. And it's Cody Hosey. He was the first strikeout victim of the game against Davis Daniel. That happened in the 2nd inning. Davis has now punched out 3 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 1 here in the 4th. Off the end of the bat, a little cue shot dribbler goes off the first base dugout. And it's 0-1. Rangers 4, Blue Jays 3. That game in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-1. This is away, and the count is now at a ball and a strike. Heading to the 4th, the Rockies. Now to a 3-0 advantage over the Diamondbacks. 3 games still yet to get underway. This pitch is outside. The Angels hosting the White Sox tonight, as that game will get underway in about 10 minutes or so. Astros at San Diego. Davis Daniel winds and deals. Hosey clips it off the bat on a check swing. It dribbles foul just to the right of the batter's box. As he started after it held up, but it just did get a piece of the bat. It's 2-2. Mariners hosting the Yankees. 3 games now have gone to final. The pitch is fouled high over the right side, over everything, and out onto West Temple. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top 4. Bees lead 2-0 here at Smith's Ballpark tonight. Davis Daniel from the windup. Here comes the 2-2. Pitch number 50 is outside for Daniel. The count is now full. The Giants completed that win. They shut out the Orioles 10-0. Rays took care of the Red Sox 8-3. Pitch. Just missed away, ball 4. Davis Daniel, I think, thought he got him. So he was starting to walk off the mound, and it is a base on balls here to Cody Hosey. We take a look at the replay. Good frame there by Wallach. But it just missed outside. Left-hand batter Outman to the plate. Heavy cut, but came up empty 0-1. Outman singled and stole second back in the 2nd inning. Guardians and the Twins today. Big one there in Cleveland. Twins get the victory. Willie Castro, a 2-run homer. And Minnesota stays locked into a wild card spot. Next pitch is cut straight back to the screen, 0-2. James Outman has batted .278 in his last 10 games. He has 3 home runs in that span. Cody Hosey over there at first base, batting .300 over his last 10 games. 1 out runner at first, 2-0 Salt Lake, top of the 4th inning. All games are not in action there in the Pacific Coast League. Only 2 games currently going on. 0-2. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher Wallach. Snap throw to first. High catch, low tag. Got him. He picked him off. It was a big secondary lead by Hosey once the ball was in the dirt. Wallach picked it quickly, got it into his bare hand fast. Threw a ball a little high over to first base, but Flint does a great job. Climbs the ladder quickly, gets it down, swipes the tag off the helmet of Hosey just in time. Two out, and nobody on now, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, great work by Wallach to know that if he picks that cleanly, he likely has a runner at first who's off to an extra step. 2-2. Line foul to the left side. And while the throw wasn't perfect by any means, if he can get it within the catch radius and get it there quickly, he knows Flint has a chance to put the tag on. 2-2 to Outman. Caught on and missed. Strike 3. That is strikeout number 6 for Davis Daniel. Another runner gets on base. This time picked off. Wallach rifles it over to Flint. He's up 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 4th on the KSL Sports Zone.
At CubeSmart, we believe in storage that puts you first. That's why our team of storage experts is there for you in person, on the phone, or online to help you find the space you need. Whether you're relocating your family, reorganizing your space, or reinventing your business, we put you first. That's why when you're ready, you can complete your rental in person or from the comfort of your home and move in with ease. Get storage that puts you first with CubeSmart Self-Storage. Rent online and move in today.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates, like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
With Eckrich, the official smoked sausage and deli meat of the college football playoff, it's super easy to score big flavor, even when you have no time between the laundry, your laundry list of responsibilities, and kickoff. You're still ready to go with perfectly seasoned smoked sausage you heat up and eat up. Whether it's Grandpa's famous chili dogs or your famous almost forgot the potluck deli sliders, Eckrich makes every game day taste and feel like a win. For extra delicious game days, just add Eckrich.
2-0 Salt Lake here tonight on a Tuesday night at Smith's Ballpark. The final series here at this ballpark. Make sure to join us. Coming up Friday night, we're going to go gold here at 1300 South of West Temple. A very special evening, one to remember forever, as we will pay tribute and honor so many families who have been affected by childhood cancer. Tucker Flint leading off this bottom of the 4th from the number 5 spot of the order. Left-hand batter against the right-hander, Hanyul Choi. Fires in a strike. 4th inning of work for Choi. But that night on September the 20th, make sure to help out in that fight against childhood cancer. We'll have fireworks after the game, the 0-1. Special tributes to families. The pitch was down and in. It's a ball and a strike. Kids get to run around the bases after the game as well. And it's just the ultimate feel-good night here at Smith's Ballpark. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Right now, the light's doing a little more of the work than the daylight, as it was a cloudy day today. Some rain that took place in the morning and somewhat early afternoon. What a cooler evening. 1-2. And it's low. It was 61 degrees when this game got started. And right now at 57, kind of has that crisp, cool fall feel to it. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A strikeout to start this bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Chad Stevens, who popped up in foul ground to the first baseman Lipsius back in the 2nd inning. Well, Hyun-Il Choi had a relief appearance the last time he was out there, and he gave up 3 runs in those 4 innings. First pitch, just above the top of the zone, 1-0 to Chad Stevens. And he was, as the 1-0 comes through, and it's a check swung there by Stevens. He yelled up, it's 2-0. So for a guy in Hyun-Il Choi, his situation there, 4-5 with a 4.21 ERA. But the last start he had against Sugar Land, that's a tough team to face. Next pitch fouled back, 2-1. He allowed 1 run with 5 hits in 5 innings. That's a great performance against what I think is one of the better PCL teams I've ever seen. He had the tough luck loss in the 8-3 defeat. Gave up just 1 walk. He struck out 6. He's down 2-0 here tonight. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom 4, 2-1. Is slowly check swung and fouled back to the right side above the first base on deck circle. That pitch was inside, and Stevens had barely started after it at all, but it still clipped the bat. But those 4 innings of relief in his last outing, all 3 runs scored in that 5th inning. He didn't factor in the decision. Oklahoma City had a walk-off win in 10. This pitch hit Stevens as it was riding in. And home plate umpire Edwin Jimenez emphatically making the call, so Stevens is aboard for the first time tonight. So 1 on, 1 out. He's up 2-0, bottom of the 4th inning. Here's Shane Matheny. These two teams played each other April 30th through May 5th. That was a tough series for the Salt Lake Bees. It was a tough road trip. They went 4-7. First pitch comes in, swing and a miss. Matheny a bit ahead of that one. Third baseman Hosey was playing in, but is now going to back his way up. He's playing about medium depth, but more towards the shortstop spot. Playing in at first is Lipsius guarding the bag. Stevens with the lead over there at first. He's 2 for 3 with stolen bases this year. The 0-1. Line drive, out to right. Coming on is going to be Avens. On the move, makes the shoulder high catch. Retreating back to first base is Chad Stevens. 2 out runner at first. Here's Landon Wallace. He had an RBI single back in that 2nd inning as he brought Matheny to the plate, and that's how the Bees lead by the score of 2-0. Oklahoma City in that series hit 6 home runs and did not allow 1 home run for the Salt Lake Bees. The Bees went homerless in that series. Their offense really had that boom or bust stretch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Lipsius had 7 hits. 3 players finished with 4 runs batted in. Ryan Ward, as we mentioned, homered twice. But the Bees never scored more than 4 runs. They were held at 3 or less in 4 of the 6 games. The 0-1. It's going to be low, a ball and a strike. Salt Lake won last season's series between the teams, 7-4. Including 4 of the 6 games here at Smith's Ballpark. It was the first time since 2013 that Oklahoma City lost a season series to Salt Lake. Throw over to first, and back with the head first slide is going to be Chad Stevens. Final series played here at Smith's Ballpark before the new Daybreak Field coming your way next year. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. 2-0 Bees. Wallace with a slow bouncer over to the third baseman, Hosey. He has it, takes the short route to second. Trejo on the reception, and the inning is done. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We've had 4 complete innings. Bees up 2-0 over Oklahoma City on the KSL Sports Zone.
Pharmacists change lives. They work in a wide variety of settings and play a meaningful role in helping people get the best results from their medications. At East Tennessee State University, Bill Gatton College of Pharmacy, you can experience over 30 career options that range from traditional community pharmacy settings to hospital, nuclear, pediatrics, and much more. Our faculty and staff care deeply about your success. The world needs you now more than ever. Are you ready to make an impact?
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
Heading to the top of the fifth inning, the Salt Lake Bees lead over Oklahoma City by the score of 2-0. Davis Daniel on the mound, 4 shutout innings here so far. He's given up 3 hits, 6 strikeouts. The K Crew has been busy over there. Final series here at Smith's Ballpark. In this final homestand, we remind you, the Bees are going to give away 2025 season tickets and VIP opening day club seats at the new Daybreak Field at America First Square. Fans will be randomly selected at Bees games throughout the week. So buy a game ticket now so you don't miss your chance to be a lucky winner. Ryan Ward leading off this top of the fifth inning. The 0-1 is cut on and missed, 0-2. Ward struck out back in the second. Ryan Ward, who leads the PCL with 30 home runs, ranks third with 95 runs batted in. The 0-2. Foul high and down the left side out of play. On Friday, he became just the 5th OKC player during the team's Bricktown era that's since 1998 to hit 30 or more homers in a season, and the first since Jason Martin, member of the Salt Lake Bees. He had 32. Softly bounced foul into the Salt Lake Bees dugout on the first base side. He's one of 5 players across the minors with at least 30 home runs. He has 31, third most in the minors right now, and that includes one he hit during a rehab assignment in the Arizona Complex League. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 7 so far on the night for Davis Daniel. And when the Bees end up with 9, that means everybody in attendance will end up winning free Chick-fil-A. That's a big deal here this evening. Alan Trejo now coming to the plate. He struck out in the second inning. And all of these strikeouts being racked up after not having a punch out in the first inning. Trejo takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Now for Trejo, hitting .259 on the year, 9 doubles, 5 homers, 21 runs batted in. Davis Daniel, the 1-0. It's on the outside corner for a strike. And so Bees fans have already won their free double cheeseburger from McDonald's. Now they want their free Chick-fil-A. Here's this pitch. It's in the zone. Nice call on this one. And so that is a called strike. Alan Trejo ready, the pitch. Skies this high and deep to left center. Going back is Martinez at the track, looking up, and it's going to rainbow off the top of the wall and bounce back into left center field. Here comes Trejo rounding second, going for third. Here comes the throw to third on a bounce, and in standing up is Alan Trejo at third base with 1 out here in the top of the fifth inning. So extra bases there for Trejo as he put this one off the top of the wall and off the bat. You thought this definitely had a shot to get out. So did Trejo as he was watching it all the way to first base. And slipping and falling out there was Ketchup as they were trying to field that one out in left center field. Both Martinez and Ketchup went out there together. Here's Alex Freeland. Freeland, left-hand batter, fouls this to the opposite side, not a play. That is the first extra base hit here for Oklahoma City. They put together a hit in the first, the second, and the third. They've had a base runner in every single inning. Still have not scored. Corners in, middle infielder's back, the 0-1. And it's inside, that's what it's ruled. It's challenged by Wallach, and it's been a few times tonight Davis Daniel has missed his spot, but hit the zone. Wallach had to reach to the inside, and it was still in the zone. Nicely done, Chad Wallach. And once again, it goes to show how difficult it is to call balls and strikes for any home plate umpire. I'm going to stand up for Edwin Jimenez here. With all of that movement going on, you have to use depth perception, the naked eye, and obstructed view. So when that happens, it's very possible you could miss a call like that. That's what makes it a wrong call, but not a bad call. 0-2, line back into center field. It's going to be down for a hit. Walking home from third is Alan Trejo. Freeland with a wide turnaround first and a wide throw to second, but backing it up quickly was Stevens. Freeland will stay there at first with an RBI single, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. For Freeland, his 8th run batted in, and the time he has been with OKC. That's his first hit of the night. Back-to-back knocks here. Won a triple, and now an RBI single. And the Bees' 2-0 lead is cut to 2-1. Here's Austin Gauthier. Big hole on the right side, throw over to first. And back in with a head-first slide is Freeland. 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts. This game is in the top of the 5th inning. Round Rock leads at Tacoma 5-3 in the top of the 3rd. First pitch fouled behind home plate over the screen off the facing of the Sweets and to the lower deck. They're in the bottom of the first. Reno with a 1-0 lead over Albuquerque. Top 1 no-score Sugar Land at Sacramento. Las Vegas and El Paso, the late game tonight. They are just about to get underway. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Austin Gauthier. Gauthier fouls that high behind home plate over everything out to the corner of West Temple and 1300 South. A reminder that you can place your risk-free deposit for season tickets and also premium seats at the new Daybreak Field coming up next year. The pitch missed outside, good spot on an 0-2 pitch, but just missed away. You get 1 deposit per account. Place your deposit by visiting daybreakfield.com. Email tickets at slbs.com. Fly ball right field. Ranging back on it is Wallace. He'll put on the brakes about 12 feet in front of the warning track and make the catch. Retreating back to first base is Freeland, 2 down. So Freeland at first. Top of the order now, Drew Avens coming to the plate. And Avens, who returned to the team today after missing the last 2 games, came into tonight tied with Kelly Dransfield as the Bricktown era career hits leader with 448, and he has put together 2 tonight to put him in sole possession of first place for that career statistical category. So congratulations to Drew Avens. He led off the game with a single in the first, and then led off the 3rd inning with a single as well. 2-1 ball game. Bees on top. 2 out, top 5. The lead at first is Freeland. The pitch. And Avens started after it slightly, but it was high. 1-0. Davis Daniel, who has 7 punch-outs here tonight, started this inning with a strikeout, but then it was a triple from Trejo and an RBI single from Freeland. The 1-0 is skied down the left field line. Headed towards the corners, Martinez running all the way over there into foul ground, and it lands into one of those seating areas. We had premium seats at earlier times here in this ballpark. A lot of tables and extra chairs out there as well. It is a free area to go sit down here at this ballpark unless it's being rented out. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Holding is Davis Daniel. The 1-1 to Drew Avens. And Avens takes outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Andre Lipsius is on deck. The Bees scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Oklahoma City got 1 back here in this top of the 5th. 2-1 the score, 2-1 the count. High bouncer to the right side. The second baseman Matheny ranges over from the outfield grass, throws to first in time. Flint with a nice stretch there at first base to close out the inning. But Alan Trejo with a 1-out triple puts one off the top of the wall. That was followed up by Alex Freeland with an RBI single. And it's a 2-1 Bees lead now as we're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder on the KSL Sports Zone.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent beads.
If you have Medicare and Mass Health Standard, you may be able to get more help to cover your care and costs. A United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan can help you get more benefits than original Medicare. Whether you choose our online tools or over-the-phone support, United Healthcare will help you compare options so you can choose a plan with confidence. See if you qualify for a United Healthcare Senior Care Options Plan. Call 866-UHC-MORE. That's 866-UHC-MORE. 866-UHC-MORE.
Of the fifth inning, 2-1 ball game here tonight between the Bees and Oklahoma City. It'll be Orlando Martinez, Caleb Ketchup, and Kyron Paris, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, coming up for the Salt Lake Bees. Thanks so much for being with us here tonight. We hope to see you at the ballpark coming your way as soon as possible. 5 more games after tonight to join us here in the final series at Smith's Ballpark. First pitch swinging for Orlando Martinez. Comes up empty. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second inning. Fridays at Smith's Ballpark, they are far better Fridays. I scream, you scream, we all scream for Farr's Ice Cream. Martinez takes away, and the count is 1-1. While the Bees are done playing here coming up on September the 22nd, the 1-1. Martinez fouls it behind home plate over the screen off the facing of the Sweets. And it drops its way into the upper deck. 1-2. Well, don't forget, October 5th and 6th, Mexican professional baseball is coming your way to Salt Lake. Come check out Baseball on Salt Lake, a 2-day baseball fiesta featuring 2 of the top teams in La Liga Arco Mexicana del Pacifico playing right here. Fouled straight back, 1-2 again. Comes your way October 5th and 6th, a weekend-long event. It's going to take place during Hispanic Heritage Month. It'll be a rich celebration of baseball and culture in Utah. Tickets on sale now. BaseballSaltLake.com. 1-2. High and away. And that is BEISBOL SaltLake.com. Hyun-Yil Choi in this 5th inning of work. This is pitch number 80. Martinez takes outside. It's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Epic Sax Guy playing its way through the stadium here with the count being full. Here's the 3-2. Martinez pops it up right side, foul ground. First baseman Lipsius is onto the warning track by the sidewall, makes the catch up against the netting for out number 1. Martinez 0 for 2 tonight. Here's Caleb Ketchup. Great focus of concentration by Lipsius, knowing exactly how much room that he had. So you can tell he does his homework on exactly how much room is there with the sidewalls at every single ballpark. He had great awareness of where he was on the field and knew it right down to the inch. Here's Caleb Ketchup. Hot shot grounder foul through the third base coach's box by the manager, Keith Johnson. He shouldn't want anything to do with that ball. That was hit hard. Ketchup tonight has reached base twice. He singled back in the first and then walked in the third inning. Hosey, the third baseman, in. This is skied out to center field by medium depth. Outman in front of the 420-foot sign by about 60 feet or so makes the catch. 2 down. 2 out, nobody on. Kyron Paris coming to the plate. America First Credit Union can help you get your money working harder if you're a fan of better service, lower fees, and doing more with every dollar you earn, save, or spend. Go to AmericaFirst.com and join the home team today. Paris, right-hand batter, ready, and the pitch is bounced up the third base line. Fair, deep behind the bag at third is Hosey. Long throw in the dirt, dug out beautifully by Lipsius, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Hyun-Il Choi to close out the bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th. Bees lead 2-1 here on the KSL Sports Zone.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
After you use Bounce Dryer Sheets and realize how fresh, soft, less wrinkled, and less staticky your laundry can be, you'll every time. Like those socks that smell like they've been through a marathon. Or that blanket that's got wrinkles on its wrinkles. Maybe even your chatty coworker who keeps distracting you. Okay, Bounce Dryer Sheets can't do it all. But for fresher, softer, better laundry...
Here we go, Popeyes, here we go. What do we want?
Popeyes chicken wings.
Why do we want them?
They're the official wing of watching football.
At $5.99 for a 6-piece, what flavors are we gonna get?
All of them.
Be more specific.
Sweet and spicy, signature hot, roasted garlic parmesan, honey barbecue, sweet and smoky chipotle, and honey lemon pepper.
When do we want them?
When we're watching the game.
That's right. Game time is wing time.
Have that chicken from Popeyes.
At participating U.S. restaurants, prices may vary.
5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midvale. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
We go to the 6th inning of play here tonight. The Salt Lake Bees lead over Oklahoma City by the score of 2-1. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Andre Lipsius, Dalton Rushing, and Cody Hosey. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. Lipsius down on the count, 0-1. Lipsius has reached base 33 of his last 34 games. Yet to reach base tonight, 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play, and he flied out to right field. Davis Daniel, inning number 6. The next pitch outside, he is at 78 pitches here tonight. He has struck out 7, gave up a run in the 5th inning, and that is all. Daniel, the 1-1. Fly ball left field. Going back on it a bit is Martinez. He'll camp under it well in front of the wall and left for out number 1. Lipsius 0 for 3. It brings up Dalton Rushing, who is 0 for 2. Joining us right now, the former general manager and president here of the Salt Lake Bees for so many years, an icon of this ballpark, the guy who threw the first pitch here at Smith's Ballpark tonight. It is Mark Amicone. How you doing, Skip?
Tony, I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm at the ballpark. As long as that's the case, I'm doing just fine. Rushing swings and misses 0-1.
I don't think there's any place better. Is there?
No, there's not. From the time I was very young, all I ever wanted to do was wake up and go to a baseball game. If I could do that for a living, I was going to be happy with that. And for so many years, I got to do it as the MC. Next pitch misses. When you had hired me as your music guy years ago, I said, is there any reason you wouldn't want to hire me? And you said, 72 games, which is what the home schedule was at the time, 1-1 outside. You said 72 games is a lot. And I said, well, if I could do the road games, I would do those too.
Exactly.
And I could tell from that moment it was going to be, a wonderful experience going forward. As we get to the final homestand here of this ballpark, and you've been such a part of it, as the 2-1 misses in, what are the things that are going through your mind most?
Oh, golly, it's interesting, Tony. I mean, you mentioned this ballpark. I was actually involved when I was actually involved when Mayor Didi Corradini put a task force together, and we were looking to build this ballpark. And I was part of that task force with Larry Miller and quite a few people in the community. And that's going back to 93 or 92, 93.
Right.
So I remember actually coming here one day when they were in the middle of construction and having lunch on the concourse with all the construction workers, and Larry bought them all lunch just because it was exciting to have this place done. So, and I played obviously in the old ballpark, but very nice and very fun history here, 30 years at this ballpark.
Out towards Triples Alley, Ketchup ranging back, makes the catch. Cody Hosey gave it a ride. After Dalton Rushing walked, he retreats back to first base, 2 out, and a runner at first here in the top of the 6th. B's up 2-1. It brings up James Outman. This has been an emotional thing for me to talk about and getting ready for. So many different feelings over all the years of this location. It's not just Smith's Ballpark, but 97 years here at this location. As Outman singled in the 2nd and struck out in the 4th inning. Comes the first pitch to him. Outman takes for a called strike 1. What's your first memory of being here at 1300 Southwest Temple?
Oh, goodness. I remember when I was 8 or 10 years old and running around the old Dirks Field and the cement, and you could slide. They had these slides where the stairways went up behind the dugouts, and you could slide on that like a slide. And just we ran all over the ballpark. And you mentioned here on this location of 13 South, when we built this new ballpark, home plate's actually in the same place that Dirks Field was. So that was kind of an interesting thing. We wanted to see if we could maintain that. So we actually put a home plate in the same spot.
Wow. That's a beautiful tribute. Now, I was here at the very end of Dirks Field, the very, very end of it. And then had a chance to be here, obviously, for what was Franklin Quest Field, then Franklin Covey Field, moved its way to Spring Mobile Ballpark. And on its way to Smith's Ballpark, 1-2, fouled off. As James Outman down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Bees up in the game, 2-1. Davis Daniel is about to throw his 90th pitch here tonight. Fans chanting Chick-fil-A. They need 2 more punch-outs to win a free 5-piece. Outman struck out in the 4th. Daniel trying to strike him out now in the 6th. Here comes the 1-2. Grounded towards the shortstop Paris. He charges, has it. Sidearm throw on the move to first, and the inning is done. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. We go to the bottom of 6. Bees up 2-1 on the KSL Sports Zone.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Up-close encounters for the animal lover. Family-friendly rides for the high flyer, like the all-new Phoenix Rising, now open. And festive fun for the candy craver during the all-new Halloween harvest with trick-or-treating, a new costume parade, scavenger hunt, and more. Exotic, exhilarating, excitement for all at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Buy an annual pass and get upgraded to the next tier free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
Heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, Salt Lake leading by the score of 2-1 here tonight. Willie Calhoun, Chad Wallach, Tucker Flint out there for inning number 6 from Hyun Il Choi. The Bees played it a pair in the 2nd inning. Oklahoma City with a run in the top of the 5th. Willie Calhoun 0 for 2 tonight, struck out in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 3rd inning. Infield tilted to the right. Calhoun, left-hand batter, takes outside. continue our conversation with Mark Amicone. Your first game here when you were GM was one of the more memorable games because not only was it your first game, but you guys made sure to dress for the occasion as Calhoun skies went a mile high in the air, but it's to right. Got under it more than he was able to get it out there, and Avens makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, Tony, we all wore tuxedos as opening night at the big show, you know, so and I don't believe I'm worn a tuxedo since, but we just had so much fun. And I remember, when we changed the name back to the Bees and Larry Miller showed up wearing a Bees uniform, and
I remember that.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun here over the years. I remember the exhibition game. Fun to have the Rockies and the Mariners here to do an exhibition game. I still have pictures on my phone of the year that when we were doing the exhibition game in 16, I think the Angels were coming to play the Bees, and so I've had to save these pictures that you'll appreciate on my phone. Who knows why I'm doing this?
Yeah, because this is radio.
But this is 2 days. Yeah, but this is 2 days before the game.
Yep.
Day before, and then guess what? On game day.
Yep. We got plastered with snow.
Yeah,
this is fouled off from Chad Wallach, 2-1.
That's a memory you'll appreciate.
Well, the Rockies Mariners game, 64 degrees. It was on March 30th. Couldn't have had it better, and then it was lining up to be great for the exhibition with the Angels and Bees. We were all here, and then it didn't just snow. It was like rocks coming down from the sky in powder.
I was driving down here from my home up in South Weber and in a blizzard, and the day before, it was like, okay. And I was talking to Billy Epler, the GM, and Mike Socia, the manager, and they were getting ready to get on the airplane in Phoenix, and said, you know what, it probably does not make sense to get on the plane, so go back and play your spring training game. And it was really sad because it was sold out. It was going to be a great night, and just a lot of fun memories. So I remember in 2009 and July 24th when Portland was coming and got the swine flu, and we kind of came up with some odd things. And
that was my single favorite day of work ever. 3-2 to Wallach. It's fouled back. I've told this story so many times.
We had such a get-together there. Okay, what are we going to do?
It was intense.
Yeah, what are we going to do? And we were sold out, and nobody knows yet. And, we put some fun games together, and we had a couple high school, college prep teams play. And fortunately at that time, Bryce Harper happened to be here playing for one of them. We had a home run derby, and then we shot fireworks at 10 o'clock, and everybody had a great time.
Yeah.
But that was one of the most stressful days I have ever had in sports, in the morning especially. And then, quite honestly, when it was over, it was one of my most satisfying days ever.
Easily.
It was, really, really a fun thing to see. Our staff just got together and made a great event out of that.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because, we had 10 or 12 people on the staff get together. Okay, you're in charge of this, you're in charge of that, you're in charge of this. And everybody just ran with it. We had like 10 different general managers. You do that, and it was so much fun.
Well, you put me in charge of the home run derby. And I remember, so I went to a movie at about 9:15 in the morning because it was a big day. And it was kind of a nice day. I didn't have anything going on during the daytime.
Yeah.
So we went to a movie, and I got out of the movie. I was maybe a month away from not having a flip phone. I got an iPhone like a month later. And I had 27 missed calls from you and Brad Tammon. And I remember rushing here to the ballpark as resetting the game real quick. Chad Wallach drew a walk. Pitching change as Hyun-Gil Choi has exited the game. And the new pitcher on for Oklahoma City. At this moment, they have called to the bullpen for Justin Robleski, 6'1" left-hander from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. So I get here, and I remember it was just rapid fire. It was immediately, here's the plan, execute, go. But what people don't know, too, is one way we kept it all on time was we actually did the home run derby with timed rounds, not the 10 outs. And then they now do that at the major league level. No, we're not taking credit for that. But it was something unique to make sure we did it on time. I came up with a tiebreaker literally on the spot, who had the first home run sooner and called it to advance one of the rounds. It was ultimately, at the moment, decisions were being made. But the expertise and the trust that was there it really reflected on the culture that exists here, and that, I think, is what I'm most excited to talk to you about. Is Tucker Flint, left-hand batter, and the first pitch from Lebleski is on the outside corner of strike. You took so much pride in the right amount of trust and culture here. Where did that come from, and how do you really put into words now that you reflect back on it? Looking back on it, what are you most proud of?
Well, it's interesting. That's what I was taught from my very first job is, you care about your people, you trust your people, and, put them in charge and let them do their thing. And I've just always felt like that was the way to do it. And besides the expertise, because you hire people that are good, and besides that, we really have cared about each other over the years.
Yeah.
We've had many, very sentimental, that's the wrong term, but heart-wrenching kind of things happen, with our staff and a lot of things. And we're like family. The staff here has 100% treated each other like family. And when you do that, that's how things like that end up being successful and happen, because
agreed,
we all trusted each other.
That's flared out to left field. Drifting back is Gauthier. He slips down, falls, and so does the ball. Rounding second, going to third is going to be Wallach. Into second base is Flint. The throw skips through the middle of the infield. A fortunate break for the Bees. Gauthier had a line on that ball, but slipped down, and the ball came down as well.
Yeah, the only rough part about that one is I think Chad Wallach runs a little bit like me, and kind of got caught going backwards as well. But
Gauthier's okay.
He looks like he's injured. Maybe he slipped, so who knows if they're going to go out and take a look at him.
They're out to attend to him. But you talk about that culture helps moments like that, and the family-like atmosphere.
Because you know what? When things are good, it's pretty easy when everything's going good. You don't have difficult things taking place or difficult problems to solve, and when you're all pulling the same direction, you all care. It's like, I want you to do well,
right?
You want me to do well, and that's how our group has been this whole time. And when that's the case, good things happen, because again, you're all pulling for each other. I'm not pulling for me to do well because you didn't, and we just have always had a really great. And that comes from the top. I mean, Larry was, everybody worked really hard and he demanded a lot, but that's how he treated people too. He expected you to do your job, and you did it, and he trusted you, and we moved on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. But so yeah, my memories here, besides obviously the baseball, it was really fun. We got to have Howie Kendrick and Eric Ibar and Jeff Mathis and Jared Weaver and so many. I mean, we had Mike Napoli was here, and that's with our group, and just so fun to have that baseball part of it. I tell people that it's exciting because we get to see the best players in the world that are not playing in Major League Baseball. So that's awesome. But I can't think of a better place to work than at the ballpark. I mean, I get to come to the ballpark every day and go to work, and I've kind of used this story a little bit. I've been very fortunate. Since my first job out of college, I've been in sports, in hockey, and the University of Utah, and now here for 20 years. That, maybe I'm not smart enough to do a lot of other things, but I like to say I'm smart enough not to do other things, because there is not a better place to be than here at the ballpark. And to have it be a place that you come to work, holy cow. We're very, very fortunate to be here. And you know what? The fans, I think, make our time wonderful, and I think it's a great place for them to be as well.
1-0 to Chad Stevens is in there for a strike. Gauthier stays in the game. Glad he's going to be okay. Wallach is at third. Flint is at second with that double. 1 out with 2 on. Bees up 2-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Coming set, here's Wrobleski. The pitch. Stevens fouls it straight back to the screen. It's a ball in 2 strikes. And coming here was not just enjoyable. The people that you were surrounded by, and I know that the staff shuffles deck, every single year and stuff like that, but the culture always remained the same. And you could sense, as the 1-2 is fouled there at home plate, you could sense time and time again that working in a number of different places, and this isn't just to disparage at any other place, there's a reason why it's called an office or a studio and all those different things, and here it was always referred to as a clubhouse. And one of the things I had always loved as coming set is Wrobleski, the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 out, runners at second and third, B's up 2-1. And here comes Shane Matheny. He had an RBI double in the second. What I loved was every person that worked here, and it was important for me to try and carry that on when put in a position of leadership, and especially now with this role. Nobody here is considered on the roster but not on the team. Everybody's on the team. Down and away, ball 1. We stopped using the words intern. We stopped saying those things. Everybody wore the same polo. So you couldn't tell if somebody was in senior management, a director, manager, or if this was an entry-level job. 1-0, fouled off.
And isn't that a great thing?
It's amazing.
But that we're all as important as the next person.
Yeah.
You know, we're all as important, and we're all as successful as our weakest link is. You know, that's the important part. We need to pull from the bottom up, and everybody is as important as the next person.
Yeah, and that was so obvious while being here. You saw the sign just moments ago, Gene the Machine, ball boy of the Salt Lake Bees. Wonderful piece on him recently.
Very nice.
Somebody's got
Very
a sign
nice.
for him. What a wonderful tribute. Second and third, 2 down, the 2-1. And it's low. The count is 3 balls and a strike. Bees up 2-1. Looking to pad their lead here. Matheny 1 for 2 with that RBI double. Came into tonight 6 for 14 at Smith's Ballpark. Takes for a called strike 3 and 2 at the knees. Landon Wallace is on deck. Wrobleski is out there taking over for Hyunil Choi. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball, center field. Ranging back is Outman towards the track. He won't get there, and one hops the wall. In to score from third is Wallach. Flint right behind him. 2-run double, 3-run lead. Bees up 4-1.
Gotta love those power alleys, huh?
Well, and that ball just kind of kept running away from Outman. It sliced its way closer towards the alley. It started towards center field, and Outman, with this big outfield, sprinted about as hard and with as much effort and hustle as you could, and that ball just got legs on it.
Yeah, and you hit that one in the gap the opposite way, and the ball's just really going to continue to go away. And no matter how fast, we've seen a lot of fast center fielders here over the years. You're just not going to get to it when it keeps going away from you.
All 4 of Salt Lake's runs here tonight so far have been scored with 2 outs. And they lead 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Another call to the pen gives us a chance to talk more about so many wonderful memories here. When we talk culture, I always try to make it known. You had those who were here for a good amount of time. You, Jeff Reeves, who I know is going to have wonderful tributes towards him while he's here. Steve Klauke was the other guy that really cemented that culture. This place mattered so much to him. The team mattered so much to him. The Major League standard mattered so much to him.
And, you know, it's interesting. Steve and I had a lot of conversations over the years. Every now and then he'd kind of be like, Steve, okay, chill just a little bit. It's okay. But you know what? It's good that he didn't chill. It's good that because he cared so deeply about his team.
Yeah.
You know, and we have to remember, you know, it is a baseball team. It's our business. Our business is to gather people at this wonderful place. But we're developing baseball players, and that's the thing with Steve that was so important to him. And it was really critically important to him that not just we cheer about the team, but the fact that we operated like a major league club, and that we did things not halfway.
Oh yeah.
That if we're going to do it, let's do it to the fullest extent, because that shows we care, and that's what we should be doing. Because, you know, there aren't a whole lot of jobs where you're in front of everybody and in front of the public, and if you have this kind of thing and you're expecting people to pay good money to come here and be entertained, you better work hard for them, and you better put your best foot forward.
Jack Little taking over for Wrobleski. It's Landon Wallace at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Flares it out to right field. Drifting back is Havens at the track. It's off the wall. Rounding third and coming home is going to be Matheny. Replacing him at second base is Landon Wallace. An RBI double. Salt Lake leads 5-1.
Holy cow, Tony, I may have to stay here all night if we keep hitting the ball like that.
This is unprecedented. For the first time in the history of this ballpark, Mark Amicone has been good luck with anything.
I'm going to let that
and
one go.
I might have made that up.
I'm going to let that one go,
have made that
because
up.
I think I've been good luck a few times. I'll leave that one go.
I want to get to that exact element as Orlando Martinez now to the plate, and he takes high for ball one. The sense of humor around here, the lighthearted feel. You would literally say in a meeting or something like that and make a really funny gesture similar to what I just said about you there, and everybody loved it because they knew they were loved and welcomed here. You wanted that loose, light feel day to day.
Without any question. I mean, you know, we all, again, come back to we all have a job to do, and we expect you to do it.
Martinez hooks one deep but foul to right, 1-2.
But the business we're in, and I feel this way hopefully about most businesses, but especially in this business of sports and baseball and entertainment, if we can't enjoy what we're doing, our fans, our guests are not going to enjoy what we're doing. And my goodness, if you can't come to a ballpark and work in this business and enjoy it, we're missing the boat for you as an employee.
2 balls and 2 strikes here to Orlando Martinez. You guys nicknamed me Part-Time Parks. This is what you guys decided to call me. The 2-2.
Oh, my goodness.
Fouled straight back to the screen.
Well, I don't know what that part-time Parks thing, because, my goodness, I think you've been here longer than most of us.
Well, but
every time you turn around, you're here. So you might have been the most full-time, part-time.
Well, that's what the humor was about.
Ever. Yeah.
If I couldn't do something, or it was like, oh, there he goes. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher rushing, but it squanders over to his left, and moving to third base is Landon Wallace.
But, you know, the other part of enjoying being here is you're here a lot.
Yes.
You're here so much from March to October that if we can't enjoy being here with each other, it's going to be a really hard 7 months.
3-2. Fouled high off the screen. He's headed towards Mark Amicone, that foul ball. But we'll do it again at 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bees have already scored 3 in this bottom of the 6th. They lead 5-1. Casual lead over there at third base from Landon Wallace. Left-hand batter Martinez ready. The 3-2. Inside ball 4. The inning continues.
I think somebody just knew that I didn't have a whole bunch to say.
Okay.
So things are going on and on and on.
Caleb Ketchup has reached base twice tonight, a single and a walk. He flied out to center field back in the 5th inning of play. So the Bees have him at the corners here with 2 outs, and all 5 runs have been plated with 2 outs so far tonight. Little comes set. Runner bluffs at first as Martinez scampered away and now retreats back to first base. Pitches down and away, 1-0. But that lighthearted feel, the culture you talk about, the people made it that way. The care factor was so high. Yourself, Steve Klauke, Jeff Reeves, Craig Williams, Brady Brown, to go all the way back to a guy in Brad Taman. Runner goes from first, throw goes over to third, but well off the bag was Hosey. And so back in safely at third is Wallace, and up to second base on the play is Orlando Martinez.
Well, I still get notes from Brad Taman every now and then. He thinks his claim to fame was he's the one who threw batting practice that night to Bryce Harper, and says he's the reason Bryce is so good.
Pop fly right side, it will go fouling out of play. Count is now going to be at a ball and 2 strikes. Brad Taman was the assistant general manager here for a number of years. Really was a huge piece to the fabric and the culture and the history that is here with this ballpark. A great baseball mind. Went on to be the GM with Nashville. The 1-2 is inside. Then with Great Lakes, and then now does a lot of work in the Nashville area. Is a wonderful person and a huge reason why the ballpark was so successful for so many years. The 2-2. Catch-up lines it, right field, base hit. In to score from third is Wallace. Martinez rounded third, coming home. Throw to the plate on a bounce. Safe on a backside slide. 2-run single. Caleb Ketchup. He moves to second on the throw. The Bees are pouring it on here in the sixth. They lead 7-1.
Holy cow, Tony. This has been quite the inning.
Well, you showed up, my guy, and helped blow this game wide open.
Oh boy, I'll have to pat KJ on the back after this game. He gave me a couple innings to talk by doing all this.
You threw out the first pitch today. How fitting was it to throw it to him? As Kyron Paris, the number 9th hitter of this inning, comes to the plate. Pitch is going to be a ball, and sliding in at third, moving on the play, was Caleb Ketchup.
Yeah,
he got a great jump.
I think that's going to be a stolen base no matter that the ball was dropped because he was going on the pitch. But yeah, KJ and I go back many, many, many years. He's been our manager for, I think, 9 years, but there's a couple breaks in there. And, I remember watching him play here, in fact, too. And
amazing.
I was so happy that he wanted to catch that.
Pitch is cut on a miss. 1-1.
And he and I had a nice couple moments out there. And, he told me before, I'm not going to let anybody else catch this. And I said, well, I better not bounce it and hurt you.
I did not get to see your first pitch. 1-1. I know Bummel called it a strike because this is outside.
They tell me it was a 36.5-mile-an-hour slider,
okay.
But it did get there, and it was, it didn't hurt him. It was all good. He did not bounce.
The pitch outside. I believe the first pitch that bounced in and out of the glove of the catcher rushing was a called strike, so it is now 2-2. Ketchup is over there at third base. This guy is no joke. Caleb Ketchup stole 62 bases with Tri-City in 120 games.
Wow.
This pitch misses, ball 3. The count is full. Caleb Ketchup is at third base. Kyron Paris means that every batter in this lineup has stepped up into the batter's box during this bottom of the sixth. That's outside. It's ball 4. Another runner reaching base. And the Bees will have batted around as Willie Calhoun steps into the left-handed batter's box.
See, Tony, you're talking about players. You're just talking about Ketchup and how well he runs, and the different players have been here. I over the years, it's been so fun for us to watch those players.
Oh, yeah.
And the memories of them as players. I mean, I was also very fortunate personally that, when I first started, my sons, Trevor and Derek, were both high school age and getting into college, and even maybe, 14, 15. They actually got to go out and take ground balls with Eric Ibar and Howie Kendrick. And, how much fun was that?
Oh, yeah.
For them. And they treated them great. And, it's just been so rewarding for me to be part of this organization. The Miller Company is unbelievably good, and to be here as part of the Bees organization, I couldn't ask for more.
Willie Calhoun takes the first pitch strike, top of the zone. Calhoun tonight is 0 for 3. Flied out, ground out, struck out. Miller family, great stewards of this community, and their passion for the game of baseball is big. The 0-1 misses inside.
You use that term, stewards. I mean, that's one of our core values is being stewards, and I think it's been really important that we're stewards for not only the Bees but the game of baseball here in Utah.
1-1. Calhoun takes high, 2 balls and a strike. They have a passion to bring Major League Baseball here. They have done so much work behind the scenes to understand the complexities that all that comes with, and to also keep it on the low for as long as they did was also impressive. 2-1. Calhoun rips it to right field, a base hit. Scoring from third is Ketchup. Paris rounding second, going for third. They're on the corner still. Another run is in. RBI single, Willie Calhoun. 8-1, Salt Lake.
Willie Calhoun's kind of one of those guys, you use the term professional hitter, and I think he fits that term pretty well. And nice to see some of these young guys. They told me we have 7 new guys in the lineup today, or not in the lineup maybe, but 7 new players showed up as part of the roster today. And that's what happens this time of year.
Oh, yeah.
You see new players around, and they're going to make another pitching change.
I don't think I've ever seen this. It hasn't happened during my rookie year, if you will, doing this job. This is the 4th pitcher of this inning. Now stepping in for Oklahoma City. Another call to the pen. It's brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union as they donate $25 in the fight against childhood cancer. Don't forget to go gold with us. Coming your way on September 20th with Gold Night here at Smith's Ballpark.
Well,
Ryan Sublette, 6'2" right-hander from Chicago.
I think these last 2 pitchers, Tony, both have come in and not gotten an out. So, yeah, that's very unique to see four guys in 1 inning.
It has been an uphill climb. Robleski pitched a third of an inning. Little did not throw to even get an out and still is responsible for a few runners on base. Sublette starts his warm-ups right now. Another thing you have been very passionate about is women in the game of baseball. You were very focused on the importance of the growth for the game of softball, not just baseball. People know you as a baseball guy, but you've been a great desire for the game of softball to grow and for women in the profession of baseball to grow. I know a lot of that comes from having a wife who coached the game of baseball at the varsity high school level, was Mountain West Coach of the Year at softball, and then obviously is set for a Hall of Fame induction at some point later on in her life. But your thoughts on kind of that piece of what you were able to do here?
Yeah, and you know what, that connection's been gone back for a long time. I mean, my mother actually played fast pitch softball many years in the late 40s, and obviously that was before I was around, but I've always had that kind of a connection to women in the game of softball, and as you mentioned, out of baseball, and with her softball background, and we're going to see what happens here.
Chad Wallach takes on.
Is up again, but you know, we've also got connections through others in the game of softball, but like Jenny Dalton Hill, who's involved with USA Baseball for women, who's a good close friend of both of ours, and so there is a real place for women in baseball, not just softball, and that USA Baseball is really trying to grow the sport for women, and they're really fun to watch. I mean, I remember the Coors Silver Bullets way back when, and it might have seemed like a little bit of a novelty, but now the game is real.
Wallach, with a little duck snort out to right field. It's going to get down for a hit. Scoring from third is Kyron Paris. Moving up to second base, Willie Calhoun. RBI single, Chad Wallach. It's a 7 spot here in the 6th for the Bees. They're up 9-1.
Well, there's been something. That's kind of hit. I might envision me trying to make drop in out there, but this has been something to watch. But yeah, I mean, women in softball, obviously that's soft for me, and Mary Kay's already in the Utah Softball Hall of Fame.
Right.
And, you know, we'll see about the others, but so obviously very close to me, and but having that involvement in baseball is really special.
Tucker Flint takes a strike at the top of the zone. Many women in this organization, not just being a part of baseball, holding major leadership positions and have great passion and knowledge for the game. The 0-1. It's away, all one, and that's always been a big deal for me. I was raised by my mom through the game of baseball, and it was a big part for us, and I have always believed in a different environment, a different time, things like that. She definitely would have had a career in this game, the 1-1. It's into the glove 1 and 2. It's unique now with the game now with more opportunities, great people like yourself in positions to help foster those opportunities.
Yeah, and you know, and my son Trevor's with the Yankees, and he was there when Rachel Balkovic first got a job with the Yankees organization, and now I want to say there's 3 or 4 women that have major league coaching positions, and probably a dozen scattered throughout the minor leagues.
The 1-2. Flint takes high, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flint tonight walked, struck out. He has doubled. He scored twice. He had an amazing debut here a couple Sundays ago. Bees up 9-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-2 from Sublette is down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Salt Lake Bees, who had a frustrating end to that road trip. They've had an outstanding start to this final home series at Smith's Ballpark. Runners with a head start, the 3-2. Popped up foul behind home plate. We'll do it again. Tucker Flint is 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Looking to change all that right here.
I was just say, I hope you jinxed him in reverse. On
that's the plan. There's a method to everything I do. Left-hand batter ready. The right-hander Sublette kicks, fires. Fly ball left center. Going back is Gauthier at the wall, and one hops the wall. Scoring from third on the play is Calhoun. Wallach all the way from first. He's going to score. 2-run double, Tucker Flint. And the Bees are blowing out Oklahoma City in the bottom of the 6th. It's 11-1.
Wow, Tony, and you're going to say he's now 1 for 10, but let's start over. Say he's 1 for 1. Batting 1,000 with runners
1 for 1 in this series with runners in scoring position.
What an inning.
One of my favorite things about you is always shifting perspective as well. No matter what the situation, you could always have fun with it and have a good time. Chad Stevens now to the plate. Bees now with 10 hits, and they lead by 10 runs. Pitch is in there for a strike to Stevens.
Yeah, we kind of run out of that nines. What happens next? A 0 goes up on that board, I think.
Well, my first game ever here, the 0-1 is cut on a miss. That happened. The Buzz were playing the Albuquerque Dukes, and it was a 5-3 Buzz lead. Great ball game, top 8. I want to say Jose Offerman was playing for Albuquerque that night. And Albuquerque put up a 10 spot. They won 13-5. And I sat out there getting ready for the fireworks, and I was not in a great mood with the way that game ended. The 0-2. And it's up. That's when I decided that the PCL stands for playing shoots and ladders.
A lot of runs scored in this league, that's for sure. We have a lot of high altitudes.
Runner at second, Tucker Flint. Chad Stevens at the plate, 1-2. And it's low.
Lots of high-altitude ballparks.
Oh, no doubt.
Fun to watch the ball travel.
I was amazed watching it sail in Albuquerque. I knew it would, but Reno was the one that was really eye-opening. There were a few just soft fly balls that found their way on out. Deuce is wild, the pitch. And it's in there for a called strike 3. The Salt Lake Bees plated 9 runs in the bottom of the 6th, all of them with 2 outs. And the Bees started the inning up by 1. They now lead by 10. The hit parade continued. It's 11-1 Salt Lake as we go to the 7th on the KSL Sports Zone.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Up-close encounters for the animal lover. Family-friendly rides for the high flyer, like the all-new Phoenix Rising, now open. And festive fun for the candy craver during the all-new Halloween harvest with trick-or-treating, a new costume parade, scavenger hunt, and more. Exotic, exhilarating, excitement for all at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Buy an annual pass and get upgraded to the next tier free. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
At Sprouts Farmers Market, you'll always find fresh at the center of the store. Come in to discover a huge selection of the season's best produce, bursting with flavor in every bite. Explore thousands of better-for-you products for every dietary lifestyle, from plant-based and organic to gluten-free and keto-friendly. Scoop up your favorite bulk nuts, fruits, sweets, and more, perfect for baking or snacking. Visit your neighborhood Sprouts today to explore healthy products down every aisle.
Top of the 7th inning. Oh, this game got very different and in a hurry. The Salt Lake Bees lead 11-1 over Oklahoma City as we're in the top of the 7th. It's Ryan Ward, Alan Trejo, and Alex Freeland. Going to be the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up against a new pitcher for the Bees. It's Michael Darrell Hicks. Michael Darrell Hicks stepping in, right-hand pitcher. Comes set from the stretch, although nobody on. Ward 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch down and in for a ball for Michael Darrell Hicks, 6'5" right-hander from Parkersburg, West Virginia. Second pitcher employed tonight. What a night for Davis Daniel. The pitch at the knees? No, a little bit below, 2-0. For Davis Daniel, 6 innings of work, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, 7 punch-outs. Great to see Davis Daniel with not just a quality start, an outstanding quality start. 2-0. And that's low. 3 balls and no strikes. Continue our conversation with longtime and now just current former GM and president of the Salt Lake Bees, Mark Amicone. Throughout the first pitch tonight, a legend in the history of this ballpark as the 3-0's in there for a strike. You just became a grandfather for the first time, and how fitting was it? And I am honored. They named him Tony. I thought that was such a great tribute to another person named Tony, not me. A soft bouncer towards the second baseman, Matheny. He's got it softly underhands to first for 1 out. There's your first pitch. Let's take a look at this first. Look at you. Wave out there.
They said, keep waving.
Let's see. That was a slider. Oh, it's a strike. Bumble called it a strike.
They told me 37-mile-an-hour slider. I said I was going for 87, not 37.
All these moments have to mean so much for you, I'm sure. But becoming a grandpa, you and Mama Cone, now Grandma Cone.
Yeah, Grandma and Grandpa.
I saw baby Tony up there in the suite tonight. You guys, big smiles.
Yeah, just had to go say goodbye to him real quick. And yeah, Tony's named after Mary Kay's younger brother, Tony, who died very young. And but I also think Tony's a very fitting Italian name, don't you?
It is, yes. My mom would agree. Swing and a miss. Now, is his name also Anthony, or just Tony? Just Tony.
Just Tony.
I was Anthony. I get stops in the airport when I travel with the team occasionally because
it says
ID says one thing, something else might say another.
Yeah, that was really rough for a while.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now it's interesting how your names are different on ID sometimes.
Now my brother says that he believes there's bigger reasons why I'm constantly getting held up in airports.
Be.
He says there's that.
We better leave that one alone.
2 out, nobody on. Alex Freeland, 1 for 2 tonight. He had an RBI single back in the 5th, the only run scored by OKC. 8 strikeouts for Bees pitching. 1 more means a free 5-piece from Chick-fil-A. A called strike here to Alex Freeland. Bees up 11-1 in the top of the 7th. Left-hand batter Freeland ready. The right-hander Darrell Hicks comes set. 3-1, and it's outside, a ball and a strike. You went to Granger High School on the west side of the valley. You took great pride on the tradition and the history of so many great athletes that actually came from that area in the years that you were playing, as the 1-1 is fouled off of Freeland. 1 and 2. How much do you contribute back to your roots and some of those experiences?
Well, it's interesting because at Granger we did have a lot of good athletes. We were not great in my years. We were not great in football or basketball, but in baseball we were really good. We had, as a matter of fact, my senior year we had 9 players get college scholarships, and so we had quite a few good baseball players over the years.
Right.
The other sports, when I was a starting quarterback at 5'0", that tells you a little bit about the difficult time playing football in those days when Gifford Nielsen was a quarterback at Provo.
Right.
Us, and Brett Broman and Jay Chessman played against us in basketball. That made things difficult. But baseball, we were pretty darn good.
Free 5-piece from Chick-fil-A. As Alex Freeland goes down on strikes, Michael Darrell Hicks pitches a 1-2-3-7. They're stretching here at Smith's Ballpark, and they're happy with the free 5-piece and a 10-run lead. Bees up 11-1 here on the KSL Sports Zone.
For over 50 years, Leeson Motors has been busy turning energy into motion. That powerful process takes place every day with the help of dedicated people who put their energy into building and supporting the best motors and motor solutions in the industry. Their work with Leeson Motors keeps our world running. Whether it needs to be moved, lifted, conveyed, processed, or pumped, Leeson Motors makes your business better. Discover the difference Leeson Motors can make with solutions designed to move your business forward. Leeson Motors, motors and motor solutions at our core.
Chicken tacos should only be trusted to chicken professionals. That's where we come in. Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One comes with pico de gallo and creamy chipotle ranch. And the other comes with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and avocado ranch. Chicken experts since 1990. Chicken taco experts since now. Order yours today in the Zax Rewards app. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
We know emergencies can happen anytime, anywhere. With 14 ER locations throughout Central Florida, Orlando Health is ready to provide expert care if you're facing one. When you choose Orlando Health, you'll find a place where chaos meets calm and uncertainty finds answers, giving you more reasons to choose well. To learn more about our high-quality emergency services, visit orlandohealth.com/ER.
Bottom of the 7th inning, the Salt Lake Bees and OKC battling it out. Game number 1 of this 6-game series. Salt Lake with a commanding lead. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for OKC. 11 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Bees. All of the runs, all 11, scored with 2 out for Salt Lake in this ball game tonight. Sublette out there for another inning of work. 4 pitchers were on the mound during that 6th inning for Oklahoma City. First pitch low. Ball 1 to Shane Matheny. He's 2 for 3 tonight. An RBI double in the 2nd, a 2-run double in the 6th inning. Matheny takes on the outside corner, a strike, 1-1.
So everyone out there knows, Tony just told me in the break, if we don't score 9 runs this half inning, I'm out of here.
Yes, if that does not happen, I'm going to ask you to leave. There's one part of this agreement that helps keep you around. The 1-1. Fouled off to the left side and out of play. The Bees plated 9 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. An intense rack of hits. Great takes also with guys being able to grind out at bats and be able to get on base maybe with a base on balls. Whatever they needed to do, they got it done in the 6th. Kept passing the baton. Pitches outside, 2-2. What are you going to miss most about this place?
Well, kind of what I what I already do is not coming here every day.
Yeah.
And that's as somebody involved in baseball, you miss that, whether it's here at Smith Ballpark or the new ballpark in Daybreak or my field at University of Utah or wherever. When you get to go to the ballpark every single day, you miss that if you're not doing that every day. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think my car knew how to drive here, whether I was driving the car or not. It just came to 13 Southwest Temple and the fire station on the corner. Just lots of things that. Oh yeah. You just. I've walked every inch of this. Property, and we just missed a challenge because I was talking too much.
Well, it was ball 4, leadoff walk Shane Matheny. But it's that kind of stuff. As now Landon Wallace steps to the plate, had an RBI double back in the 6th inning. I said earlier today in an interview, I'm going to miss the mountains. Now, I know we're still going to have them at the new ballpark, but there's something unique about sitting where I sit every night, and seeing it the way I see it.
Yeah,
there's truly something
magical.
magical.
Have a very similar view, but it's not the same view.
Right.
Just different.
Landon Wallace, 2 for 3. Takes high for ball 1.
The fans are going to love that because we're going to have that again. But I think one of the things that fans are really going to enjoy is the intimacy. Mm-hmm. closeness to the field, and with the little smaller stadium, it just feels like you're part of everything.
Wallace hits one hard, but right to the center fielder Outman. One down.
We were just in St. Paul a couple weeks ago watching Trevor's Club, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre, play St. Paul, and their stadium is very similar in style to what the new ballpark in Bainbridge is.
Oh, interesting.
In terms of size and how it's
some of the
set up.
configuration.
And it really had a good atmosphere and a good feel for it. With
Nice.
Everybody that close.
There's the first pitch to Orlando Martinez, and Martinez takes for ball one. He's looking for his first hit of the night, but he did reach base back in the 6th inning with a base on balls. The lead at first is Shane Matheny. The lead in the game, Salt Lake 11-1. Foul back just over the screen, and below us here, the count is 1-1. I know I speak for so many other people who have worked for you over the years. Many people who have worked here in the past have stopped by this season for that one last visit. Some people live out of state, have come in state, made sure to say hello when they're here. All of us are so deeply appreciative of you, and I know my family couldn't be more thankful towards you, your leadership, your mission, the 1-1, and it's in there for strike 1 and 2. The passion and desire that you genuinely have for other people, your care, your ability to create a culture with emotional safety and emotional trust to where people knew that they could do what was best for their family when they needed to. So when they were here, they weren't worried about them. And when they were there, they weren't worried about here. And for you to create that is very rare, and it is very special, because you went out of your way to make absolutely certain that these people knew you didn't just say it, you meant it, and you demanded that they do what was best. The pitch inside, the count is full. And when that happened, the decision that could be tough for somebody to make was always easy. And you made it easy for my family, not with one tragedy, but quite frankly with multiple, and some very scary and uncertain times. And I know the 3-2 is flied, left side, drifting foul, and it will go out of play by the bullpen. And I know that my wonderful wife, also my mom, my siblings, and any person who has been connected to me that understands why this place is so special to us knows that you have to be, and are unquestionably, the number one reason why. Because culture can be beautiful, and we can talk about it all day, but it truly starts at the top. And when you say what you mean, and you mean what you say, and then you walk the walk, there were a lot of conversations that didn't need to happen. 90% of the tough decisions made themselves. And so many other employees here knew that they could say what needed to be said to you with zero sense of fear, because they knew at the end of the day you always cared about what was right and not who. And when you work in an environment like that, the 3-2, it's slowly grounded towards the second baseman, Trejo. He'll take it to the bag himself, throw to first, stretching to get at his ellipsis, and it pops out of his glove. Fielder's choice. And so it will be Martinez at first base. But I do know that they have told me, many other families, just how grateful they've been for the experience that you gave them, because they knew it was rare. It was something that they held precious to them, and I know my family will be forever grateful for the wonderful things that you did for us by just simply being a great person. So thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Tony, thank you. I'm truly grateful for all those that I've had around me, and been very, very fortunate to have had around me. And I think when I can be truly grateful, hopefully that transcends. And I'm going to say this to you, I've said it to very many of our people, that I love you, and I really love our guys, I love our group, and love our team.
Called strike to Caleb Ketchup, 1-1. And I know they feel absolutely, they definitely felt that. There's no doubt. Wonderful families with wonderful people who, you work with this many people over this many years, things happen. Sky high pop. And it's to the right side of the infield. The second baseman, Trejo, with the call and the catch. The inning is done, and so was our time together on the air. Mark, thank you from the bottom of my heart, as always, for your wonderful work here at this ballpark over all the years. It is as important as anything that's ever been done in the 1300 South of West Temple. So thank you again.
You're very welcome.
We head to the 8th. The Bees lead 11-1 on the KSL Sports Zone.
Whether you're moving fast, easing back, or just looking for a healthy peace of mind, scheduling a trusted checkup with Orlando Health Physician Associates can be the reassurance you need. With same-day, next-day, and after-hours appointments for current patients, confidence has never been more convenient, giving you more reasons to choose well. Schedule your annual wellness check, flu shot, or health screening at orlandohealth.com/checkup.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
5 KZNS FM Colville, 1280 KZNS AM Salt Lake City, and KSL FM HD2 Salt Lake City Midband. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
A festive atmosphere here tonight at Smith's Ballpark. 11-1 Bees, top of the 8th inning. The number 9 hitter in the order, Austin Gauthier, to the plate. And the first pitch from Michael Darrell Hicks here of this 8th inning. This is low for ball one. Darrell Hicks pitched a 1-2-3 7th inning against Oklahoma City. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for OKC. 11 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Bees. A 2-bouncer over to the shortstop, Paris. Routine play, throws to first in time. 1 down. To bring up Drew Avens. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles as he jumped into the driver's seat in the Bricktown era career hits leader list as he entered today with 448, now at 450. Today he passed Kelly Dransfield. So congratulations to Drew Avens. Big thanks to Mark Amicone for joining us in the 6th and the 7th innings. What an eventful 2 frames it was. Cold strike to Avens. And so with Amicone here in the booth, a 9 spot in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Salt Lake Bees. Infield tilted to the right, and the 0-1. In there for a called strike 2. The Salt Lake Bees had a tough time on that road trip offensively against Oklahoma City when they played at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. That has been a different story here tonight. The 0-2 is grounded sharply to the third baseman, Stevens, who slides down to get it, throws to first from the shortstop spot in time. 2 up, 2 down. Beautifully done, Chad Stevens. He has played so well at third base in the time he's been with this team, and he picked it off the short hop, made a strong throw to go with it. He was shifted over towards more of that shortstop area. The Bees have been doing everything right here so far tonight. Everything clicking. Davis Daniel was terrific with the start. Gave up just 1 run in 6 innings on those 5 hits from OKC. First pitch, ball 1 to Andre Lipsius. Daniel also struck out 7. 1-0 is high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And take a look at this again. Stevens just with that beautiful play. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch to Lipsius. And he flares that out into left field. It's a looping liner base hit for Andre Lipsius. That is his first hit of the night. He was 0 for 3 before that, as he grounded into a double play and flied out a couple times. And Lipsius now has reached base in 34 of his last 35 games. He's had a great season. He also has 26 doubles and 25 home runs. Dalton Rushing 0 for 2 with the base on balls tonight. Left-hand batter ready. Infield tilted to the right. Darrell Hicks, who had retired 5 in a row, puts this pitch just outside, or was it? Looked like it might be challenged. No, it is not. Thought for a second with the way that Edwin Jimenez got out of his place there behind home plate, there might be a review. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Line to the right side through the hole, a base hit. Heading towards second is Lipsius. He'll stop there. Didn't have much of a chance to possibly go to third, as he had to hold up on that line drive because it was right in front of him. So back-to-back singles. One a little floater and the other one a line drive. First and second. 2 down in this top of the 8th. Bees up by 10. It is 11-1. Cody Hosey struck out, walked, and flied out to center in this ball game tonight. He is a .271 hitter with runners in scoring position. 4 for 22 so far this year against the Bees. And takes for a called strike 1. Hosey homered against Salt Lake in that series that was played in the Sooner State. Right-hand batter ready. Lipsius the lead at second, Rushing the lead at first. And the 0-1 is sliced down the right field line. It's going to go foul and out of play. It's 0-2. Cody Hosey with 32 doubles this season to go with his 17 home runs. Down on the count, 0-2. And the pitch. Down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The Salt Lake Bees had a frustrating offensive performance towards the back part of that series against El Paso. They have busted out in a big way here tonight. And the pitching has been great on top of that. This is fouled straight back to the screen. 1-2. And for Davis Daniel, he had lost 5 straight appearances, 5 straight starts that he was a part of, or games, I should say, that he was a part of, at the end of his time there with the Angels and when he had returned to Salt Lake. Now in his last 3 starts, is the 1-2. It's going to be high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He got the win, going 7 innings, gave up 4 runs, then got a no decision, 6 innings, 4 runs. Well in position to get a victory today, 6 innings of work and 1 run. Count even at 2 apiece. The pitch. High bouncer towards the second baseman Matheny. He'll play it on the second hop. Sidearm throw to first, and the inning is done. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Bees lead 11-1 on the KSL Sports Zone.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
All right, come here.
Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them, but with changes in routines, distractions, or a sleeping child, it can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly, so get it in your head.
Check the back seat.
A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates, like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
ADT knows a lot can happen in a second. 1 second, you're happily single. And the next second, you catch a glimpse of someone and you don't want to be. Maybe 1 second, you have a business idea that seems like a pipe dream. And the next, you have an LLC and a dream come true. And when it comes to your home, 1 second you feel safe, and the next, something goes wrong. But with ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring, you still feel safe. Because when every second counts, count on ADT. Visit ADT.com today.
Bees up 11-1, bottom of the 8th inning. It's the 2-3-4 hitters, Kyron Paris, Willie Calhoun, and Chad Wallach. Up to the plate, Kevin Gowdy, 6'4" right-hander from Santa Barbara, the new pitcher here for the Oklahoma City Baseball Club. Now, they do not have a team name as of yet. That will be announced in October. But this whole season, they have been going with Oklahoma City Baseball Club. Very similar to what is happening in the state of Utah with the Utah Hockey Club. We'll find out what the team name may be, if there is one in the future, for the hockey club. Here is Kyron Paris tonight. A lot of players have been able to get on base. A lot of players with a hit. Kyron Paris looking for his first knock so far on the evening. And the first pitch is high for ball one. What a busy night offensively for the Bees. Paris is 0 for 2. He dropped down a bunt and moved a runner over back in the third. He struck out, grounded out to third, walked and scored. 1-0. In there for a called strike, 1-1. For the Bees tonight, every single member of the lineup has been able to reach base at least once, with the exception, and I actually should hold off on that, every single player has reached base. Chad Stevens was hit by a pitch. So while he did not walk, he was hit by a pitch. So all of them have reached base at least once. But Stevens, the only one with Paris as well, without a hit. I guess Orlando Martinez also looking for his first hit as well. 1-2. Paris takes outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They've had a few games this year where every member in the lineup had a hit, and a few where every member in the lineup got on base at least one time. The 2-2 from Gowdy to Paris. Paris fouls it over the screen. We'll do it again. 94 on the fastball here from Gowdy. Kyron Paris grew up a big fan of the Oakland A's. We watch how speedy he is. He can be a very dynamic base runner. 7 for 8 in the short time he's had with the Bees this year. 2-2 is in the dirt. The count is full. He learned his base stealing techniques from Ricky Henderson, of all people. Went to a camp. Ricky Henderson took a very special interest in Kyron's speed and also his technique and really worked with him a lot. 3-2 to Kyron. Outside ball 4. Kyron Paris aboard for the second time tonight. Both walks. You can take them any way you can get them. Willie Calhoun, 1 for 4 so far tonight. His only hit was back in that 6th inning. It was an RBI single. It was part of a 9-run 6th. The Bees have scored 11 runs here tonight. And while they have been a team that's had a challenge with hitting with runners in scoring position, as this is fouled off the glove of the catcher rushing, 0-1. Tonight, all of their runs scored with 2 outs. Incredible. Salt Lake is 7 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They've only stranded 5. The 0-1, pop fly. Right behind the second base bag, it's the shortstop Freeland with the call and the catch by the outer rim of the grass for out number 1. Paris holds at first base. It brings up Chad Wallach. And so many newcomers for this Bees team. As a pinch hitter may be coming on, indeed, it is Anthony Mulrine. Thanks for turning around there, Anthony. They get his number. He's all set. Mulrine now in for Chad Wallach tonight. And so Anthony Mulrine, who has handled catching duties this year, was on the dev list there for a bit, now back out there. And while he was working so hard but not able to play in games, he takes inside for ball 1. This guy showed as much character and as much team-first mentality as any guy you have ever seen. Attitude was the same. Great mindset. 1-0 in their first strike, 1-1. The catchers really have been the leaders of this team this year. So many different starting pitchers have gone on and relief pitchers have gone on to get some time with the parent club. The catchers that started the team this year, 1-1, swing and a miss, Mulrine down and away. None of them have had any time with the Angels this season. And every single one of them show up to work very businesslike, ready to handle business the next day. 1-2. Ground ball sharply hit right to the third baseman, Hosey. Throw to second for 1. Trejo on to first. It's a 5-4-3 double play. And the bottom of the 8th. has come to a close. Well, that'll do it for the 8th inning. Last call for OKC as they trail 11-1 when we come back on the KSL Sports Zone.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
Geico's motorcycle expertise gives me the coverage I need, like 24/7 claims. I'm on cloud 9.
Disclaimer, clouds cannot support human weight.
What's happening?
And even if you procured a jetpack and searched, you'd find no cloud numbered 9. Geico assumes no liability for any disappointment in discovering clouds aren't numbered. Geico, expertise for your motorcycle.
Top of the 9th inning, the Salt Lake Bees lead 11-1 in this game 1 of a 6-game set, the final series ever, here at Smith's Ballpark for Bees baseball. James Outman, Ryan Ward, Alan Trejo due up here for Oklahoma City. Well, the Salt Lake Bees have not put one over the wall tonight, but they have a lot of safe-at-home moments. They're all brought to you by LVT. Help keep your customers and employees safe with LVT, a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. New pitcher on for the Bees, it's John O'Reilly. All pitching changes brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union. They donate $25 in the fight against childhood cancers. Those $25 go to the Huntsman Cancer Foundation's pediatric research. O'Reilly 1 for 3 tonight with a single, flies this down the left field line, headed towards the corner. Is going to be Stevens, but it'll go foul and out of play. I was talking in the bottom of the 8th about Anthony Mulrine. He's at the catcher spot here tonight now, taking over for Chad Wallach. This has been a catcher-led team, in my opinion. Having a chance to be around this group out there on the road and here at home. So here comes the 0-1. It's down and in. One of the tougher road trips was when this team went to Round Rock and then Oklahoma City, as the team was doing a number of things well, but the wins were not coming. But you could sense the poise and the confidence still there, and the overall leadership from guys like Chad Wallach and also Anthony Mulrine. That's hammered out towards right center field. It's going to split the alley, bounce off the wall, as Outman is going to hustle his way into second with a leadoff double here in the top of the 9th. So he's at second base, and it brings up Ryan Ward. But for Anthony Mulrine, Zach Humphreys, and Chad Wallach, their relentless work gave great opportunities for so many pitchers who have had the chance at the major league level. Their passion to work so hard with building a good game plan, understanding situational baseball so well, but also understanding each individual pitcher. Ward takes a called strike at the knees. Sammy Miller had a terrific report going more in depth about the trust that is built there with the catchers of this team and also pitchers. I love tonight that Michael Darrell Hicks went out there and pitched 2 scoreless innings, the 0-1. It's flared, left side, foul and out of play. Michael Darrell Hicks, in one of his recent outings there, was able to get a number of ground balls. They just happened to find a hole, and it didn't go as well as he wanted. But it was so great seeing great leadership of this team to remind him he did a lot of things well. The result wasn't there. Hard hit ground ball by Ward to the shortstop Paris. He'll throw high to first, but stabbing it is Flynn. 1 out, moving up to third was James Outman. And that type of just kind of leadership that's needed overall is so valuable. The staff does an amazing job. But when you have players who can be a true extension of that staff, and with a great mindset of a manager, it's Alan Trejo now at the plate, 1 for 3. Struck out twice, had a triple and scored. For Trejo, that was his first triple of the year back in the 5th inning. But it's very helpful, as Trejo takes low, for each individual player to know that there's a great voice of reason that can kind of keep things level, keep things light, and focus on just simply doing the next best right thing all the time. 1-1, pop fly right side, giving chase to first baseman Flint. Will slow down as he gets to the warning track, and it lands towards the back part of the lower deck. 1-2. John Denver going out throughout the ballpark, and the fans take over. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Third time Trejo's been down on strikes here tonight. 2 outs and a runner at third base. Down to their final out, Oklahoma City. Here comes Alex Freeland. What a great response for Salt Lake after what had taken place on the road trip. Their chase for the postseason is done, but so many guys with so much to play for. Freeland swings and drives us out to left. Going back, Martinez at the track, backpedals into the wall and makes the catch. 11-1 the final. And the winner is Salt Lake. What a performance to start this series off in the final chapter of Smith's Ballpark. 1 run, 8 hits, no errors for Oklahoma City. 11 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Salt Lake Bees. They set up the high five line between the mound and second base. Members of the Bees coming out in their sweatshirts and also uniforms from the dugout as well. A lot to be proud of from so many different players trying to take advantage of an opportunity at the AAA level here in the late part of this 2024 season. That's going to do it for us here tonight on MILB TV. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll hear from Sammy Miller here in just a moment, and then that will conclude matters on our television broadcast. A reminder for those of you on our radio broadcast, the 10th Inning Show is coming up next. But right now, let's head downstairs to Sammy Miller.
Thank you so much, Tony. Shane, how about the offense tonight? 9 runs scored in just the 6th inning. Most runs in an inning all season long. How huge was this response after last week? How important was it for you to really set the tone, get that RBI double in the second inning? And you said you before that start in the 6th inning, that beautiful 2-run double. What was working so well for your plate tonight? And you guys made a strong start to the picture, and he's delivered with 6 innings going on and 1 run. How about the work from here? The batting order was in my really excelled tonight. How much confidence does that give you guys heading into the rest of the series?
A whole lot. Anytime you start a week like this, it's a great start to the week, so
Thank you, Sammy. Great work as always. The Bees get the victory 11-1. A huge offensive night. And every one of those runs tonight for the Salt Lake Bees, they were scored with 2 outs in the inning. Great pickoff there from Chad Wallach throughout the game. Davis Daniel, terrific with 6 innings of work and gave up just a run. Bees turned a key 4-6-3 early on to help kill what could have been a potential big inning there for Oklahoma City. Ketchup showed off the speed and slid just a bit too far. Lipsy has played really well over there at first base tonight. How about Gene? Flexing the muscles as always. The Bees caught some breaks throughout the course of the day, and then they created some more of them on their own. Big smiles everywhere all the way around. Great defense from Stevens in the hot corner as always. And it all added up to an 11-1 Bees win. The 10th Inning Show is coming up next for our radio broadcast. For those of you on MILB TV, thanks so much for being with us. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. 11-1 the final. And the winner is Salt Lake.
Small business owners love handling shipping. And logistics? Oh my gosh, so fun. Sometimes they throw packing peanuts in the air and twirl around all happy. Just kidding. Amazon handles shipping and logistics for small businesses so they don't have to. It's seriously helpful.
I'm Sandra, and I'm just the professional your small business was looking for. But you didn't hire me because you didn't use LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role, like me.
In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't visit other leading job sites. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you'll miss out on great candidates, like Sandra. Start hiring professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
From little messes to big cleans, get the clean you expect every time with Scott Brand and Dollar General. Pick up Scott paper towels, their most absorbent ever, or Scott Comfort Plus toilet paper, tested for strength, designed for comfort. It's all at your local VG.
At Progressive, we know there's a lot of things you can track. Steps, calories, heart rate, your pet steps, screen time, the whereabouts of your favorite celebrity, how long you slept, how long you didn't sleep, how long you thought about sleeping, how long you thought about sleeping. But none of these things could save you money, unlike Snapshot from Progressive, which customizes your rate based on how and how much you drive. It's much better for your bottom line than tracking your Cocker Spaniel's resting heart rate. So download the Progressive app today.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
Welcome on into the 10th inning show. The Salt Lake Bees get the win over Oklahoma City by the final score of 11-1. The Bees scored 2 in the second. Oklahoma City got 1 in the fifth. And then the Bees put up a 9 spot in the 6th inning. What a performance. Davis Daniel gets the win, 9-7 on the year. 6 innings of work, 5 hits, 1 earned. 1 run that was earned, 2 walks, and punched out 7 on the night. Taking the loss, it was Hyun-Il Choi, 4-6 on the year. Went 5 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned, and he struck out 5. The Bees were able to put together such a big storm there in the 6th inning that Oklahoma City had 4 different pitchers that stepped up onto the mound during that frame. 2 of those 4, one of them pitching just a third of an inning, that was Wroblewski, and then Little did not last even a third of an inning, and he gave up 5 earned runs on the night on 3 hits. As the Bees were really pouring it on, they scored 11 runs on the night, 7 for 11 with runners in scoring position, all 11 runs plated with 2 outs in the inning. For Oklahoma City, 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 runners out there on the base paths. Chad Wallach had a great pickoff from behind the dish tonight. Davis Daniel was able to get out of any kind of potential trouble at any moment in his performance, as he gave up a hit in the first, also in the second, then in the third, gave up a walk in the fourth. On top of that, he gave up 2 hits in the 5th inning and a walk in the 6th. Out of all of that, he gave up just 1 run on the night. Michael Darrell Hicks was outstanding after having kind of a tough outing there at El Paso, where he felt good about inducing some ground balls that just happened to find a hole. Well, he comes through today with 2 scoreless innings, including a 1-2-3 7th inning. O'Reilly nailed it down in the 9th, giving up just a hit. He struck out 1. The Bees struck out 10 OKC batters. And overall, it was just a great night. Great pitching, great defense, and obviously terrific offense. We're going to hear some of the scoring highlights from this one coming up next. You're listening to the 10th Inning Show. It's brought to you by Safe Light. Safe Light Repair. Safe Light Replace on the KSL Sports Zone.
Something amazing is happening. This university is learning how to simplify its data. That's because CDW experts are enabling organizations to get the most out of their cloud with a Nutanix hybrid multi-cloud solution. One secure platform delivers greater agility and speed, so administrators and their students are better prepared for the future. Make amazing happen. Nutanix and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/Nutanix.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
At the UPS Store, we understand the importance of a first impression. That's why we're here to help you put your best foot forward and be unstoppable with our printing services. With high-quality paper stock options, banners, business cards, venues, and more, we make sure your small business stands out and your message reaches the masses. After all, we're the one-stop Prints That Pop store. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today and get your print on.
With Eckrich, the official smoked sausage and deli meat of the college football playoff, it's super easy to score big flavor, even when you have no time between the laundry, your laundry list of responsibilities, and kickoff. You're still ready to go with perfectly seasoned smoked sausage you heat up and eat up. Whether it's Grandpa's famous chili dogs or your famous almost forgot the potluck deli sliders, Eckrich makes every game day taste and feel like a win. For extra delicious game days, just add Eckrich.
The Salt Lake Bees and Oklahoma City met up for game one of this 6-game series here tonight after the Bees lost the series that they had at OKC, and they did not hit a home run throughout that week. They also struggled with their offense. They're coming off of a tough road series at El Paso. Oklahoma City stepping in, and the magic number for their elimination was at 2, so they badly needed a victory here tonight. It all started with a leadoff single by Drew Avens, but then the Bees turned a 4-6-3 double play, Matheny to Paris to Flint, and that really squashed that first inning. The Bees went down with the minimum 3 as well. Caleb Ketchup with a leadoff single, and then caught stealing when he overslid the bag at second. A pair of strikeouts right after. It was a 0-0 ball game. But in the bottom of the second inning, it was Chad Wallach who led it off with a strikeout. Tucker Flint walked. After that, Chad Stevens popped up into foul ground on the first base side. So runner at first, 2 down, Shane Matheny in the box. 3-1. Fly ball right field, carrying well, going back. Avens at the track, looks up, it's off the wall. Rounding second, going for third is Flint. He's now rounding third, coming for home. Relay, throw to the plate on a bounce, catch like tag, save! Ball popped out on the tag from Rushing. It's an RBI double from Shane Matheny. Bees lead 1-0. Huge moment there is the throw. And also there was the catch, the tag, and the slide all coming together at one time. Ball pops out. Bees take a 1-0 lead. So with 2 out and a runner in scoring position, Landon Wallace just 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, trying to change and improve all of that. Hyun Il Choi comes set. The 1-2. Lined out to left field. It's down for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home is Matheny. Gauthier up with it, throws into second. RBI single, Landon Wallace. Salt Lake leads 2-0. 2-0 would be the score at that moment, and they would carry that lead all the way until the 5th. Alan Trejo with a 1-out triple. As he nearly was able to get it out, it hit off the top of the wall. Then it was Alex Freeland who brought him in with an RBI single. Suddenly we have a 2-1 ball game. But then in the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Bees having runners at second and third with 2 out, Salt Lake had scored their first 2 runs with 2 outs in the inning. Shane Matheny knew it was a key swing of the bat to help cushion that lead. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball, center field. Ranging back is Outman towards the track. He won't get there, and one hops the wall. In to score from third is Wallach. Flint right behind him. 2-run double, 3-run lead. Bees up 4-1. Huge moment there for Matheny. All of a sudden, 2 hits on the night, both of them doubles. He brought in 3 overall in the night, and the Bees led by the score of 4-1. Landon Wallace, an RBI double right after that. Bees were up 5-1. Then Orlando Martinez walked. Suddenly, Caleb Ketchup, the leadoff hitter in the order. He had reached base twice, but now was looking to extend the lead and make it even bigger. The 2-2. Ketchup lines it, right field, base hit. In to score from third is Wallace. Martinez rounding third, coming home. Throw to the plate on a bounce. Safe on a backside slide. 2-run single, Caleb Ketchup. He moves to second on the throw. The Bees are pouring it on here in the 6th. They lead 7-1. The 2-out hits just kept on coming, and the Bees were up 7-1 at that moment. Kyron Paris did a great job grinding out a plate appearance. He was able to earn a base on balls. Willie Calhoun's turn, as he was now at this one. He led off the 6th by flying out to right. Now he steps up to the plate as the 10th hitter in the inning, but he wasn't ready for any of it to stop. 2-1. Calhoun rips it to right field, a base hit. Scoring from third is Ketchup. Paris rounding second, going for third. They're on the corner still. Another run is in. RBI single, Willie Calhoun. 8-1, Salt Lake. The hit parade would not stop. Chad Wallach looking for his first hit of the night, and he was able to make the lead even bigger. Wallach, a little duck snort out to right field. It's going to get down for a hit. Scoring from third is Kyron Paris. Moving up to second base, Willie Calhoun. RBI single, Chad Wallach. It's a 7 spot here in the 6th for the Bees. They're up 9-1. So a 9-1 lead, 7 runs plated throughout the frame. You kept thinking at some point this is going to have to end, but Tucker Flint made you believe it may never end. The right-hander Sublette kicks, fires. Fly ball left center. Going back is Gauthier at the wall, and one hops the wall. Scoring from third on the play is Calhoun. Wallach all the way from first. He's going to score. 2-run double, Tucker Flint. And the Bees are blowing out Oklahoma City in the bottom of the 6th. It's 11-1. An 11-1 lead at that moment. Smith's Ballpark was just delirious. A 9 spot in the bottom of the 6th inning to completely blow this game out of the water. And at that point, it was going to be 2 uphill of a climb for Oklahoma City. They would not score the rest of the way. Michael Darrell Hicks with 2 innings of scoreless work. And then on top of that, it was John O'Reilly coming in as 3 Bees pitchers combined to give up just 1 hit on 8 runs throughout the night. 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors for Oklahoma City. 11 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Salt Lake Bees. Every member of the team was able to get on base, and many of them ended up with a hit on the night. As I take a look at that at this moment, every spot in the batting order had a hit with the exception of 2, and so it was just one of those nights where everything was going right for the Salt Lake Bees, and it all added up to a 10-1 or 11-1 victory. When we come back, we will preview Game 2 of this series, and we'll also take our last look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You're listening to the 10th Inning Show, brought to you by Safelite. Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace on the KSL Sports Zone.
We make USAA insurance to help you save. Take advantage of savings when you cover your home and your ride. Discover how we're helping members save at USAA.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Hiring for your small business? If you're not looking for professionals on LinkedIn, you're looking in the wrong place. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else, even those who aren't actively searching for a new job but might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. With LinkedIn, you can hire professionals like a professional. Post your free job on linkedin.com/decide today.
Shopify Point of Sale is retail made right, so you can give in-store shoppers what they really want.
Like buy online, pick up in store?
Yep.
Can I display in-store stock online?
Definitely.
From every location?
From 1,000 locations.
Email capture, easy returns?
Of course.
Can it make me right all the time?
No. Shopify Point of Sale. Retail made right. Visit shopify.com/in-store to learn more.
I'd rather ride a bike with my kids.
Faster! I'd rather play catch with my dog than catch pneumococcal pneumonia.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20 pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. If you are 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like heart disease or asthma, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'd rather race for some ice cream. Let's go.
Schedule your vaccination today at Prevnar20.com.
Welcome on back to the 10th inning show here tonight, where the Bees defeat Oklahoma City by the final score of 11-1. Our last look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Most of the games have got a final, just a few still in action right now. It was the Rockies beating the Diamondbacks 8-2. Jordan Walker crushed a go-ahead homer for the Cardinals today. They defeat the Pirates 3-1. Bryce Harper plated 2 with a home run, and the Phillies beat the Brewers 5-1. Shea Langeliers belted a pair of 400-foot home runs for the A's as they edged the Cubs 4-3. Parker Meadows gave the Tigers the go-ahead run there in the 10th inning, and they go on to win in 10 by the final of 3-1 over the Royals. Mets dominated the Nationals 10-1. Rays took care of the Red Sox 8-3. Willie Castro 2-run homer padded Minnesota's lead, as the Twins would go on to win today over the Guardians 4-1. Rangers 13, Blue Jays 8. That game a final score tonight. Giants dominate over the Orioles 10-0. Reds edge the Braves 6-5. Spencer Steer with a big go-ahead home run for Cincinnati. Jake Berger, a 2-run homer for the Marlins. They beat the Dodgers 11-9. Games that are still in action right now, the Yankees, a 7-1 lead at the Mariners at this moment, top of the 6th. They're in the top of the 8th. Astros and Padres tied up at 2. And the Angels have a 5-0 lead as they're going to the top of the 8th right now against the Chicago White Sox. It is an interesting thing right now in the Pacific Coast League as the Bees really put a massive dent into the chances of Oklahoma City going to the postseason. Their magic number to be eliminated was 2, so it was going to be a much tougher situation for them coming into this to try and find a way to battle for the postseason. That race is still going to be tense. It's going to be tight. The tough part for the Bees was that series that they had against Oklahoma City. Made it very difficult for them to be able to get there, and then obviously the mountain too high to climb. Tacoma lead right now over Round Rock 11-10. That game going to the 8th inning. Reno 6, Albuquerque 2. They're in the top of the 8th. Sacramento a 5-2 lead over Sugar Land. That game in the top of the 7th. They're in the 5th. Las Vegas 5, El Paso 2. And here tonight, the Salt Lake Bees dominated over Oklahoma City by the final score of 11-1. We have game number 2 of this 6-game series. It comes your way tomorrow, as it'll be Hootie Harding, the left-hander for the Bees. Welcome on back after he was a part of this team all the way back in May, from May 1st to May 26th. And he'll battle up against right-hander John Duplantier as he will take the bump for Oklahoma City. Same place, same time, 6:35 first pitch, and we'll be on the air with the On Deck Circle coming your way at 6:20. Our thanks to Alex Napolis doing a fabulous job back in the studio, and our thanks to you for listening. In 2 hours and 44 minutes, in front of 6,536 fans, the Salt Lake Bees defeat Oklahoma City 11-1. I'm Tony Park saying good night from the ballpark. This has been a presentation of Salt Lake Bees baseball right here on the KSL Sports Zone.
You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball. For a schedule of all the upcoming games and to buy tickets, go to slbees.com. This is 97.5. 97.5. The KSL Sports Zone.